All right, hello and welcome everybody to This will be episode 7 of the Corpse Party.
No, this
Uh,
is episode 8.
it's episode 8?
Yeah.
Shit!
I'm pretty sure if you look back at the YouTube
we had this very conversation last time. It was like it's 7.
Well, as we all
And that's
know,
why I remember that last one was 7 was because we had this conversation.
It's because I can't count, that's why. No one said I had a
And you're the one who went to college.
I know.
It's way more than one hand.
I can count to 30.
1, I can count to 1, 2, I can count to 2, 3, I can count to 3.
You're going to get it demonetized for being such a good singer.
Yeah.
They're going to consider it a cover.
1, no. 2, I don't think Stick whatever cares. What are they called?
It doesn't matter. Their lawyers or the algorithm need to, and that's all they need.
Or somebody completely unrelated will try to demonetize you over this and claim copyright.
Let's get on topic though, guys. Sorry. I want to be able to get through this session in a timely manner. All right.
Okay.
So, just brief recap of what happened last time. As you guys were nearing the end of clearing out Dusk Cove Cave, you guys had a brief series of conversations with some captives that they had that the previous owner of Dusk Cove Cave had. You acquired a small band of orcs under your guys' under Xanther's specific control. As long as a loyal female orc half-orc companion. On your way out, you guys had a scuffle with some white orchid order, which ended in a nice slaughter. You guys returned back to Duskridge and met up with Lord LeFou, received rewards, and met Tyocom, who's going to be an information broker for you guys. You guys returned back to the Still Pond Inn last we left off. And let's go.
I actually want to talk to Trisnak because Trisnak is the most reasonable for me.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Zai? I couldn't quite hear you.
Oh, I think Kaze had something to say because I was louder.
No, Kaze was snoring.
No, that was me.
No, that was
no. So, no, we had gone back to the inn. I cast my familiar. I gave the things that Trisnak could cast his familiar, and then I went to bed.
Yes.
That's what the snoring was.
Okay, sorry.
And I had run downstairs because
you were
it was suddenly quite apparent that, wait, we're missing something here.
Right, and so she got a room. We did that.
And then Zai was going to say something? Or was that
Yeah. Zai, what were you going to say, sir?
I wanted to talk to Trisnak because he's the most reasonable to me right now.
He's a little busy.
Excuse me. When everybody else hated you for shooting the car, I'm the one who invited you in the back to talk business.
He's actually right.
That is true. That is true. But you're asleep. I'm reasonable for you now.
You don't know that.
Like, guys, you could.
Oh, you want me to find out? Sure.
Yeah, no, let's do this. I'm okay with this. All right, let's go. All right, so.
All right.
Creed, you technically don't have a room at the Still Pond Inn, but you just kind of been hanging around. You've seen that they've all gone to their respective rooms. I'm assuming that at some point you probably would have got yourself a room here if you wanted, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can just fiat that and just how many days did you want to stay?
A fucking week.
A fucking week? All right, that would be 1 gold piece.
No problem. Money ain't a thing.
Okay. All right, so you you got your room, which is close to the others' rooms, and you notice that Xanthar has also bought a room for that lovely half-orc woman that he's brought with you guys.
Wait, she's lovely now?
No, that's just how I speak.
You're just being nice.
Yeah.
You just lie? You go on the internet and lie to people?
Oh my god, no one's ever done that before!
Why would you do that? I thought we were friends.
How could... Nah, let's get back on the topic. All right.
We're going to get demonetized again.
Yeah. And that's why I stopped!
We're going to get fucking community struck.
Please don't hate a simple plan.
All right.
The only song that anybody knows from you.
That's true.
I know plenty. I love Simple Plan as a kid. Anyway.
Okay, so you've just gotten adjusted in your room. It's been roughly about an hour. You've got the room set up just the way you like it. You got your bed set up. You've got your knives cleaned off. All the other stuff. And you've decided that you want to have a conversation with your choice.
Edrigan.
All right. His room door is closed when you come into the hallway.
I told you not to knock when you bring me food! Privacy! Fuck that gem! Open the door! And he, clearly is casting a spell.
Well, you said bringing you food, so I wasn't bringing you food, so I knocked.
What?
I wanted to talk, if that's okay with you. Business.
Get in.
Goes inside the room.
He also grabs the food that he didn't grab from dinner that whoever delivered.
Yeah, it has been sitting outside your door.
Right. Yeah. Just pointed that out.
Right now it was warm cream soup with bread and crackers and a few veggies on the side, but yeah, it's gone cold by now, sadly. However, you have prestidigitation, so it probably doesn't matter.
It does not. What do you want?
Okay. From my observations right now, it seems that both my current company and your exploits as a group here seem to line up quite often. So,
In the voice of Creed, Nightwing says, "Your theory is correct, Edrigan."
I fucking love that bird!
thank you, Nightwing. Anyway, I'm willing to set up a business relationship with you guys so that we may remain on amicable terms in these exploits that not only forward my company's agenda, but perhaps yours as well, if they so happen to align at that time.
Remind me what your company is again. Assassin's Creed?
We technically dabble in all sorts of underhanded businesses and also legitimate, let's be fair. But right now, it seems I'm more on the underhanded side, as you can probably tell. And that's what seems to be what we're doing. So, my offer right now is you guys remain non-hostile to me, at least, especially the big one, Xanther. He seems to really not like me right now with the whole arrow thing from the other day.
To be fair, it is the Kobolds' card. He might be
Also
the most
that,
mad.
I'm pretty sure I said sorry. If I haven't, I'll have to do that later. Anyway, I'm willing to give you guys a cut of what I earn from the company if I get a cut from yours on your side.
So, we are not joining your company. You're just paying us when we do things together?
Close enough, and you're paying me when I do things together with you. Obviously, there may be different rates, but usually my company pays quite well. And getting a cut of something big means good things for you guys, right?
I don't. Ah. Trying to get my voice back.
No, if you need to, grab some water.
It's fine. No, it's not a water thing.
Okay.
I don't particularly. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the future, obviously.
Also, can I have both of you roll perception checks for me really quickly?
Oh God, no! What do we do?
Passive or normal?
Just normal.
Well, passive you don't roll.
Yeah.
Passive just happens.
Okay.
And it's not
so
like this
here's
person is
the-
trying to be stealthy.
Or passive
Passive-
is what he has to roll against when he's trying to be
So-
stealthy. If we have to notice something, then we roll.
Also, passive is it's not just I don't have to roll perception. It's if you're in a room for like 10 minutes, you might notice like a trap or something. It's that
Okay.
kind of thing.
Well, there's my perception roll there.
All right, that's perfect. Edrigan, you as well.
I'm working on it. Change that and do that and normal, I guess.
Yep. Okay. Edrigan, you don't notice, but Creed, you do notice. A letter has mysteriously appeared on the floor on the floor behind you. Pretty much you heard the sound of paper hit the ground.
So as soon as I heard the papers,
Yep.
turn to the door.
You see a letter with the embroidery of a piece of cheese on it.
One moment.
No, I don't necessarily. What?
One moment. Something came in.
You see
Picks up the letter.
Yeah, you see him pick up the letter off the floor.
Okay, finish your sentence. We just got a letter, but finish your sentence.
No, what's that?
Friend letter. I'll let you in on it. Finish your sentence.
Okay. I don't. What was I saying?
Actually, let me get to my notebook and just turn to the page, so I can read that off.
You
If
don't
you're
foresee
if you're going to join us, I'm not. I mean, going off, our goals align only because at this point, what has happened is we were in prison together. We got out of prison together. We were stuck in Mudbug. We got out of. Well, you fucked off. We
True.
and we went to a church, and that was awesome. And then we came here, and we were both on the same job from LeFou. So our working together is circumstantial, and I think all of our continued working together is going to be circumstantial. You're working on building your Assassin's Guild, and Xanther and I are trying to study necromancy. I think that's the only time we're going to be working together is because LeFou makes us work together and sends us on the same job. So I don't think we are going to be asking you for your service. I keep getting Scottish today. I don't even know why.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, you're getting really Scottish now.
Nah, evil. Okay,
There you go.
I don't. Right, you have to say things. Evil. So I don't think anything that we are doing aligns with yours until LeFou says us to do something. I don't think we're going to pay you for that. If you want us to do things because we're powerful magicians and very scary, yes, pay us. We'll appreciate it. But until then, that's where our goals align, is LeFou.
That may be true, but I'm trying to work us out of it.
Who's knocking? Is that someone knocking at the door, or is it someone messing with their mouse?
It's Triznak knocking at your door.
Is that knocking?
I guess. I get up and I open the door.
He's standing there holding the book that he got from the dungeon. Oh, am I interrupting?
No. What?
May I come in?
Yes.
And he will come in.
I waved on Trisnag.
Right. So I finished with Junior. Here's your brazier, Edrigan. And I was and I was about to go to sleep, and I was thinking about what I'm going to prepare for tomorrow, as far as my morning prayer and my spells go and all that. And I realized something.
Edrigan does the hand circle motion to say, "Get on with it."
Right. Well, you remember the cleric that we fought, and he was, you know, he was doing his cleric thing, and he didn't like our necromancy very much. And then he said, "Oh, you know, have a taste of your foul magic, yada yada." He had to prepare that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the thoughts. It's a little odd, isn't it?
The implication is that even though he hates evil, he prepared the evil version of Cure Wounds.
Right, and I mean, it's not unreasonable to prepare that if you're going to go into a fight. I prepare healing spells, but still, he didn't seem very happy about it. So, but he did it anyway, which says to me it's a regular thing.
Let me tell you what I know of the divine side of magic. And some of this may be duh to you being a cleric, but I'm going to point them out anyway. One, he didn't necessarily have to prepare it. It may be one of his domain spells. But that raises questions of the divine leader of, or the divine origins of the White Orchids in the first place. Which doesn't matter to me. I think they're bad anyways. Two, Cure Light Wounds is technically a necromancy spell.
Well, right. I mean, that's why I said it's not too weird that he had it. It's just a thought. If we start to notice anything else like that, well,
No, you're correct. If he did, we already know that they do not, or they have intentions to do horrible things to people that they don't like. We saw what they did to the Church of Ouijas. We don't know what that was, but it wasn't a goodie. It wasn't anything a goody two shoes would do. So we already know that. If he did prepare it, yes, that would tell us that they don't have a very nice god.
and
But we don't know the true nature of how he came about that spell.
more importantly, he wasn't very happy about casting it despite having it. Maybe a bit of a schism there we could take advantage of. I don't know. But I'm going to study over their prayer book and I'll get back to you.
Or convincing himself that... I lost my train of thought.
Good people do evil things. Whoop-de-doo. It's nothing new.
No. It's the thing where you've lied to yourself so long that you don't even know that you're lying to yourself. That level of hypocrisy. That it's bad when other people do it, but fine when you do it. That you don't even realize it's wrong. To the point of Cure Light Wounds is also necromancy. Blah, blah, I hate necromancy. Blah, blah, blah. I cast Cure Light Wounds. That sort of thing.
Ooh. Kree goes.
Well, at the very least, with how much we're talking about it, maybe we can distract them with it, if nothing else. Assuming they show up again, which of course they will.
Sure.
Nice.
We'll keep it in mind.
Anyway, I'll go over their book. I just thought I'd bring it up since I heard you two talking and it was on my mind. See you tomorrow.
All right.
In the voice of the elf shopkeeper, Nightwing says, "Have a nice day."
And
All right.
Tristan will go back to his room.
No, Creed, I don't have any intentions of paying your organization for help, but we'll take your payment.
Well, as long as none of you try to kill me for being sometimes stupid, that's cool.
In the voice of Creed, Nightwing says, "Whatever."
Alrighty.
In fact, no wait. In fact, just real quick. Sorry,
Oh no, just go ahead.
I've just come into some money now. I'll give you guys a cut later. That's what the letter's about.
Congratulations for you.
All right, and Creed, when you return to your room, you actually will find that there is 1,000 gold in a bag sitting on your bed.
Neat. I'll hand it out tomorrow morning.
Edrigan casts prestidigitation on his food, eats, and goes to bed.
All right, makes sense. I'm guessing Creed's going to end up going to bed after a while too.
Yep.
All right. I already know Trisnag is studying his prayer book. It may take a while. I'm just gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna tell you I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for you to actually open the prayer book. I apologize. Otherwise, I would have written things out. Hold on one moment.
Did he cut off?
Oh, he's got a phone call. It sounds
Yeah, I
like.
heard a phone.
Yeah, I'm planning to wake up early and get you guys to the breakfast table.
I think I probably figure out what spell to prepare. Oh boy.
That's what I'm doing.
Uh,
I have to remember how many. I don't remember how many spell slots I have.
oh, I never even used spiritual weapon, but I might.
There's 5 of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What?
Just making sure I'm not
No, there's
brain
4.
In the you mean player characters or players?
Yeah, player character.
Oh no,
There's
there are four.
4. Who do you
4.
think the
Okay,
5th one
mine.
is?
Yeah, I don't know. I just for some reason. Okay, so there's four of you guys. For us. It includes me, right? Yeah, it includes
Yeah.
me. What the fuck?
Yes. There's Creed, Edrigan, Xanther, and Trisnag. There's just 4.
Okay. Alright, okay, so
Unless you want to feed the horses. We should probably feed the horses at some point.
okay.
We have them
Alright.
under the care of a delightfully simple man.
True.
Intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. Level 4 intelligence modifier is 4. Okay, so I can have 8 spells.
Look at you.
Yeah. I again remind you that some of us are good at our jobs.
So, okay. Can you actually quantitate how many quotes you have kept in Nightwing right now? Do you actually have a number?
I have a number, yeah.
Can you share what that number is?
No,
I know it's ever growing, but you know.
it is. No, you don't get to know how many are in it, and you will. The only way that you will know what is in it is when I say it, and that's just something you're gonna have to deal with.
Okay.
Just like you don't know what all is in my insult generator.
Insult generator.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna replace Cure Wounds with Healing Word. There we go.
I
Keep everything
apologize.
else.
That was an emergency work call.
We're not
Lovely.
ending, are we?
They messed something up, and I needed to advise them on what they need to do.
Uh,
So they're
But
gonna
you're not.
handle.
But you're not leaving.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I
that's
told
what
them
I was.
I told them I'm not coming in. Period.
Okay, as long as you don't have to come in and they can handle it after your advice, that's usually okay.
All right.
1, 2,
Well, the thing
3,
is, I'm not
4,
the supervisor.
5,
It's not my
7.
fucking job to do that. She needs to pick up her phone.
Ritual.
I'm the only thing I'm changing about my. Oh, I should do that on the sheet. Oh, I did it on my Excel sheet. The only different prepared spell today, I'm switching Cure Wounds for Healing Word. Everything else is the same. There we go.
I have too many concentration spells," said the wizard. Concentration being the main mechanic they use to rein in wizards in this
Yeah,
edition.
but don't worry about the book if you're not prepared. He'll read it over time.
I think he got called again.
Oh shit.
Get it together. Na, 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 na. Got these war crimes.
Poor Xanther, everyone's doing all this business. Just somewhere else.
You're gonna magically get gold this morning.
Kaze, are you alive?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
You sleepy, bro?
No, but still vaguely tired from work.
You grab a coffee?
I don't have coffee.
You should fix that.
Did you get your phone fixed?
No.
Okay.
Should tell everyone on the recording your new phone number.
That's why I was asking you
I'm
that
actually-
way.
I'm actually curious. Does Christian cut these in betweens out, or they stay into the chat? Because I haven't watched
I don't
a
think
full one for a while.
I don't think Christian has the technology to splice big audio files. I think he just takes it and then sticks it directly to YouTube.
I think YouTube has some sort of editor where you can do it, but fucking with that shit. Ugh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more spell. It's ritual. It's ritual.
Okay, now here's a serious question, guys.
Uh huh.
Especially in terms of Creed and your group, like that was just me trying to sort it out, and that got me thinking. How do I actually stay?
That has been, in fact, the joke that we have been using. Those mini sessions where you weren't here
Jeez.
is we just kind of pretended you didn't exist and that you weren't.
Well,
that you
no.
weren't
It
part of the
wasn't.
problem.
That wasn't exactly. It was more like we've run into him the same amount of times as NPCs. Oh shit! What do we do?
Yeah. Also, yeah. I apologize that.
We know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It gave me
Before
time to sort out what I was preparing this morning.
okay.
Also, I want to be waiting at the breakfast table like before everybody else.
There's one. There was one thing with Xantha that was supposed to happen last night, but I appreciate you guys moving on with the. I actually do appreciate that. There was one thing that was going to happen with Xanthar last night and I just want you to yes or no. Last night the half orc was going to knock on your door in the middle of the night. Would you have answered it first off?
Yeah.
Okay. She was going to ask if she could have 10 gold to get some supplies for herself.
We'll go shopping in the morning, dear. I'll come with you.
She nods. Alright, so morning time then, and you guys have already gotten through most of the morning, getting breakfast and such. Half-Orc does, of course, walk up to Xanther, and she's like, supplies, right?
Yes. Oh, I need to talk to that blacksmith anyway.
Nods.
Oh. Gets dressed, and we're off to buy her some goodies.
So where you guys going first?
Well, I do need to talk to my blacksmith lady.
Alright, so Xanther is...
Because I'm hauling a bunch of fucking extra junk
Alright,
that
you
you
guys...
might find profitable.
You guys all
Wait,
okay
I
with
want
going
to
to the
help
blacksmith,
everybody.
or did you guys want to go to other places?
I think Creed's trying to get us to go to breakfast.
Okay. You know this inn serves you breakfast, right?
Like they bring it up to our rooms.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I'm gonna.
And to that end, you would notice that Edrigan never actually leaves his room.
Well, I'll be waiting downstairs, and we'll holler you guys over. At least if I see you coming out of your rooms and coming down the stairs.
I actually appreciate
That would
this
get
aspect
people.
of Creed. I actually really do. Alright, so the first one's I would actually say probably first person to come downstairs would probably be Xanther and the half-orc, unless Triznag gets up extra early.
It's the sun, man. Oh wait, goggles. No, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Wait. You're gonna sleep with those goggles on?
He has to attune them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do that during a short rest because you have to keep thinking about it. If you're sleeping, are you really thinking about it to attune it?
I mean, well, okay. If you want to go full raw, you have to think about them for an hour. And so I'm sure he could do that either before falling asleep or after waking up.
Yeah, that's fair. So
Alright.
the goggles are attuned to you. When we could even say the reason why you come after Xanther and this half orc is because you were attuning your goggles because you were not walking out in the morning sun to be blinded one more time.
Okay. If I see Xanther and the half orc coming downstairs, I'll beckon them over.
Eventually, you guys are going to ask her name. I know this.
Eventually.
She'll
Oh,
tell me
shit.
eventually.
All right.
That's a dangerous assumption you're making.
Yes. You notice how she's mostly referred to you as boss this entire time too.
Wait, how would I notice this?
She doesn't know your name either. She's just been calling you boss.
Oh, my boss? Yeah, me boss.
Yes,
You boss. Okay. Morning, Xanther. Can I get you to come over here real quick? I have something to share with you guys.
Hush up. Don't make eye contact. Just keep going.
Xanther, please.
Damn.
Xanther, please. It's gonna be good.
And out the door.
So Zai, does this answer your question about being a member of the party?
Sorta.
It's one of three. You got, well, maybe two or three. You got one left.
I got one left.
All right,
Okay.
Trizdag, as you're waking up, you've already tuned your goggles, and you're walking down the store. You see Xanther walking out the door, and you see Kree chasing after him.
Good morning. What?
Good morning, Trizdag.
What's going
Do you
on?
want to have a sit down? I have something to share.
Okay. He just
Okay.
kind of rubs his eyes under the goggles.
Nice shave.
Oh yeah. I'll say. I'll test them out once I go outside. Well, what's up?
Okay. I wanted to share a peace offering with you guys for what I did the other day, but
Are we at war now?
no, not really. But it's more like we were in one situation, then I disappeared, and I came back with the wrong sort of foot in the door. That sort of thing. I feel like it's only fair.
You pulled a javelin out of my guts, and it's because of you and your cronies that there weren't a whole bunch of deadly traps in that dungeon. As far as I'm concerned, you're good.
Right, but I wish to solidify that with a transaction.
You're
How I
bribing
work.
me. Well, okay, I'll take it.
Right, but I figured I'd rather do it as a whole, so I don't have to do this 3 goddamn times. But whatever. Edrin's still not out. Xanther's not willing to listen. I put 200 gold on the table. Here you go.
Truznek will pocket that. You are very, very good. Yes. Yes.
Do that with what you will. It's not my business. But if you're going to, say, the weapons store or the general store, let me know. I just need to buy some stuff. I'll wait here for Edrigan for another half an hour, and then I'm going to incessantly knock on his door again.
All right. I'm actually gonna. I'll let you guys decide where you want to go. I'm just gonna switch over to Xanther again with him and his half work. Well, you guys can decide where you want to go from there. Sound cool?
Sound cool.
Yep.
All right, and then of course, as I already messaged you with his option.
And I answered.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. Perfect. All right. So Xanther, you arrive at the smith. You see that she's up early, getting the forge restoked and such. As she's getting shouted at once again from the inner building. Just dwarvish obscenities. This time it's mostly in dwarvish, not in common this time. Do you speak dwarven?
I do not.
Okay, so you don't understand what's being said. And she shouts something back to him and Dwarven before she goes over and shuts the door and locks it from the outside. There's an outside lock to this window. As she turns around, "Oi, how can I help you?" Oh, it's you.
Yes. I have acquired a few things. I was wondering if you thought they were valuable. Slaps chainmail upon the
Yeah.
counter?
Yeah, we'll say counter. We'll go with that. All right. She looks at it. She's like, "This is pretty finely made chainmail. It's a little nicked and such." She says, turning it. My guess is it was probably in some combat, right?
I tried to be careful, but they were also being ferocious dicks.
She immediately notices the white orchid symbol on them. I see. Well, I'm going to probably have to hammer that symbol out, but this can easily be repurposed. She thinks about it for a bit. I'm just opening up something.
By thinking, he means he's looking it up on the treasure guide to see what chainmail's worth.
Pretty much.
Not that I'm trying to ruin the magic of Dungeons and Dragons to any of our 50 viewers.
Wait, we have 50?
We have 50?
I think that's what the last one was.
Yeah.
There's 50 on one of them.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
All right.
I pushed the button. I'm sorry.
It's okay. She looks at it, she's like, "Oh, well, outside of the fact that I'm going to have to repurpose these and fix them up and hammering out that symbol, it's going to cost me a little bit to fix that up. So I will have to give you a reduced price for it if that's okay."
But of course.
50 GP, how does 50 GP a set sound to you?
How does 2 more sound? Slaps them upon the table.
I may have to exchange this for items. I don't exactly... It's not that I don't have that much, but I do have other business I have to do today, and I do need to have some coin available to do it, if you understand.
Well,
If we
remember that set of half plate that we were talking about?
She kind of thinks about it. She's like, "Well, the set of half plate is 750 gold, but..."
Yes, but I also have my own personal breastplate. Do you think this could be fitted?
Well, let's see. Absolutely. There are definitely some orc guards in town who would love to have a breastplate like that.
Well, orc guards, yes. Ooh.
Let's see.
And then a
400
personal set for me.
That being said, yeah, no, it is three. It is 3 chainmails because you gave one to the half orc who's accompanying you, so that's 3 times 50, 150, 600. So that gives you 550. So that means it only costs you 150 gold pieces to buy this half plate.
Done.
She looks at you. She's like, "Wow, okay, high roller."
That knocks me down to that. He takes out his big sack of gold and starts counting them out to her. "Oh, dear, look around and, of course, find you anything that you need in here. She's with me."
She nods. She actually takes off the chainmail that you gave her the other day, and she's like, "I just need you to get rid of the white orchid symbol that's on this. I scratched it out with a dagger, but it still seems pretty obvious, and I don't want to get jumped on the road and be an inconvenience to the boss." She nods. She's like, "I can get that fixed for you in an hour. Just swing back by then." She speaks up again. She's like, "Also, a great sword, please. A great sword." The dwarf shopkeeper nods her head. "Right, great sword. I have one of those easily available." She just pulls one pretty much from off the countertop. Well, from off her display.
A nice stock one.
Yep. And she's like, "The great sword's going to be 50 gold pieces, though." She's like,
I get to the 150 and I keep going.
She looks at you. She's like, "You are the best boss."
My brave bitch needs her gear.
All right. She gets the great sword and she leaves the breastplate. She leaves. Well, not the breastplate. She leaves the chainmail there to be fixed. And the door of a shopkeeper even says, "You know what? You're giving me such good business here. I'll fix the chainmail for free."
Oh, you're a dear.
You hear muffled shouting coming from the building. She's like, "Just ignore
Do
that.
I need to beat him in an arm wrestling contest first or something?
Please don't. That's me, da."
Oh. I don't know how dwarf relationships work, but I if you say so. Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. She's like, right. Just swing by again in an hour. I have your chainmail fixed for your compatriot, and I already have some of your measurements, so I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to take this half plate and just kind of fit it a little bit better for you, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Alrighty then. I'll see you guys in an hour. Alright, and then we're just going to go ahead and switch back to Creed and Triznag. Triznag, have you decided where you want to go next?
He's eating.
Eating. Creed, you went straight up to Edrucan's door after 15 minutes of him not showing up.
He's gone.
Sounds like Zai's having trouble. He just went out and in, and then out and in again.
That sucks.
Goodbye, Zai.
Looks like his internet is giving him the shits.
Well, he's online. It looks like. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably losing bandwidth and all that, so it's cutting him.
Yeah. It happens. I mean, this is just the standard for when you are playing internet D&D. If that's the case, I'll just have Xanther and Half-Orc return to the Still Pond Inn.
Oh, is that all she wanted?
Yep, that's all she wanted. She really wanted that fucking greatsword.
Hi, Zai.
Zai, are you there?
We can't hear him, so no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dead.
Baby, come back.
Uh-oh.
Ba-doom.
Oh.
Can we still? Nope. It's still nothing.
Don't get too into this robot.
Get it together.
No, we still cannot hear you, Zai. Oh, I heard static.
Nope.
Yeah, that's still no. Very unfortunate. Oh, and there he goes, just being completely gone.
Oh, yeah, he's off roll 20 now, too.
Yeah. He's probably resetting his internet, so we'll just assume that Creed is being quiet at the table.
Just patiently waiting for Edrigan, who never shows up.
Yep. Meanwhile, actually, you know what? She would have more supplies that she wants to get. I'll just errata that just so that we can eat some time while Zai gets his connection issues.
So I have a question. If we're trying to kill time.
Sure.
So I believe that the cantrips known for wizards is maximum. Like I can't learn more than my.
Yes.
So if I want to learn cantrips from the book, would I just replace one that I have?
Yes, that is unfortunately how it would work.
It's not.
How does
kind of useless.
How does that work with the one you kind of gave both of us? Because I think I'm over my limit because of that.
I'm just gonna say you guys can have that one for free.
Okay.
I
can have 5 cantrips. So I can have 5 cantrips instead of 4, or
you cannot replace that one. It's permanent, and it's the only one I'm giving you for free.
I don't even remember which one it was.
It's the bone. Dissolve the zombie.
Decomposed corpse.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
And that's the only one I'm ever going to give you guys for free because I feel that's fair.
Okay.
Oh, I heard noise.
There we go.
I hear Zai! Zai!
He's back!
Yeah,
We do love you.
I'm right.
It's not your character.
I'm writing off mobile data right now because for some reason the home Wi-Fi died. I'm making it do a hard reset. That takes some 5 minutes, but don't worry, I have unlimited data.
Okay.
That's fine.
If that's the case, we'll just like I said, I'll give you time to try and fix that up. So now you can hear me. I'll just do a little bit more stuff with Xanther while you get everything fixed. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. So the next place she says that the next place your your little half orc minion says she needs to go. She needs to go to the general store.
Just remember to mute your mic, Zai.
Yeah. I don't think you heard that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, you said turn off mic, right?
Yeah, just remember to mute your mic occasionally.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. So, she says she needs to go to the general store next. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
All right. When she goes to the general store, she picks up a few things. At your discretion of a yay or nay. Some cartographer tools, a belt pouch, a set of traveler's clothes, a hunting trap, and a drum.
Interesting.
She nods her head. She's like, I favor to make myself a bit more useful. As I said, I was I was trained a little bit better than your average slave. So I was taught some useful skills. I'm skilled in cartography. I know how to play a couple of instruments, mostly the drums. She very quickly clarifies that. And I'm pretty skilled in the art of hunting.
Well, I'll be. You
Right.
just keep getting better and better.
Gives that orcish smile.
Oh, it's adorable in a terrifying manner.
Yeah, pretty much. This will only set you back about 10 gold pieces. This is the actual 10 gold piece setback.
Boop. Done.
Alright. The halfling who owns the store, same one as before, she's like, right, here's all the supplies you guys need. You guys need anything else? She says looking over to you, Xanther.
Oh, well. Actually, do you think you could do anything with these silly little white orchid amulet thingies?
She looks at them kind of nervously. Maybe?
I really don't want to keep them on me. But, they're made of semi-precious materials, it seems.
I will give you...
Whatever the hell they're made of.
I will give you 5 gold pieces for each of them.
Gladly. Get them off of me.
She takes them, puts them in a lockbox, turns to one of her guards, whispers something to him as he walks away with the lockbox.
She the woo ba boo wow and now?
Oh, I'm sorry, I must have cut out. She takes the amulets and puts them in a lockbox and hands the lockbox to one of her guards as she whispers something to him, and he walks away with them.
Oh.
So unless you want to roll a perception to see what she whispered,
Yes. That is something I definitely would have wanted to hear if possible.
Now with that roll.
Darn it!
Okay. All you hear is and he nods his head and walks away with them. And she's like, right, I think that's 20 gold pieces, which I'll just subtract. God damn it.
Something must have really fucked up. They keep calling him.
They don't know how to use their goddamn computer.
What's a computer?
It's the thing that tells them how to do their fucking job.
How's the war crime song going?
The lyrics so far is talk about getting blasted. We got these war crimes. What's a Geneva? There's no subpoena. There's nothing cleaner than a good time.
Amazing.
With white phosphorus, and that's where I have to find things. I either have to change that or either have to change that or find things that rhyme with white phosphorus.
You probably have to change it, honestly. Maybe find something else to relate to white phosphorus.
With chemical weapons, maybe. I'll think of something. I'm working on it.
All right.
You can't rush genius.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to Yui's parody cover.
I'm just always amazed at how much Izzy inspires UA.
Fuck. You're right. Izzy is my muse. That's terrible. Fuck you.
It's the hard truth. It's been that way for forever. You've just never realized.
It's like I have a lot of ideas of things that I want to do, but the ones that I actually get done are at Izzy's expense. Like the character generation bingo.
I mean, Sword the Swordtening was a thing.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
No, you didn't do that, but Izzy got it done.
No,
I don't know.
we're talking about my motivations, me getting things done. And now looking at the bingo, some of these don't really apply much, but I don't know if that's because Izzy has flanderized himself or what.
Flanderized? What?
So flanderized is a concept that's named after Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. Because at first, when in the early seasons, Ned Flanders was just a good neighbor who was also a Christian. And then later, they just really built up the Christian thing to where that's his only identity is he's the hyper-Christian. And so that's what flanderization is where you take a character with many character traits and you just build up one trait and hyper-focus on that one character trait to where that's all they are anymore. And that's called flanderization.
Oh. Izzy and Swords, I gotcha.
Right, so I'm looking at stuff like, looking at the Izzy character generation bingo. He's not really, I haven't seen him do heterochromia in a long time. It's been a long time since he's done dual wielding.
He'd do it at the drop of a heartbeat, though. Honestly.
Sure. The wolf motif, he only did once. But that's why it's in one of the bingo squares that isn't going to be hit very often in the first place. I love this bingo.
It's a good bingo.
I forgot to do it during God, what was it?
Wrath and Glory.
Wrath and Glory. That character generation. Let me see. Well, I can do it right now. Martial class or equivalent, yes. Background written specifically to justify his own tropes. Maybe.
It is now. It
Yeah.
wasn't before. Now because of us, it is.
Sure is. Yep.
Maria Hubble, Blood Raven.
Well, minimal effort character background. Yep. Military or ex-military. Well, Space Marine, so that's a given. Heavy relations to a strong female side character. Not this time.
Well, that's more something that comes after character generation.
No, actually, no, it's not.
Really?
Excalibur has always been built into both Excalibur and Cleopatra are built into his.
You're right, and then Alexia
background.
was as
He had Alexia in.
Yeah.
Yep. He keeps doing it.
You're right.
Heterochromia, I haven't seen that in a long time. Quick Draw. I don't think there is a Wrath and Glory equivalent for that. Anime references. Well, he's probably a Bishi guy and he's named Lucifer, so that kind of sounds anime-ish.
Remains to be seen.
The Forge, not in Wrath and Glory. Outsider, yes, he's a Space Marine in a Rogue Trader party. I don't recall him threatening the GM. I'll have to ask Cybot if he was threatened at any point during character creation of Wrath and Glory. Hot-blooded, he's a Blood Angel, yes.
He's Blood Raven now.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he's still.
He's going to be the
Twitchy.
same. He's going to be the same character with a different second
You're right.
part.
You're right. Absolutely right. Swords is the free space. Strong desire to protect his friends. We know that's going to be in there. Misunderstanding or ignorant of his own mechanics. He's going to be a blood raven instead of a blood angel. So, yep, that's absolutely going to happen. Chaotic neutral or equivalent. He's a blood raven.
Yeah.
Vigilante justice. He's a blood raven. He's a space marine.
Yep.
Begging the GM. That definitely happened. Dual wielding.
Is it
Huh?
vigilante if you're? But you're like he's official, like Space Marine. That if he was vigilante, he'd be like a bounty hunter or something, wouldn't
Really, vigilante justice is a frame of mind more than anything else, I would think.
he? Fair, I guess. Fair.
Begging the GM, he definitely did that. I don't remember his weapon loadout, so I don't know if he's dual wielding. He probably has intimidate. Japanese or heavily influenced by Oriental culture. I don't think he is this time because it's
no. Not unless
Space
he shows up to session with like a power katana or something. We're pretty much good.
Seen some shit. Yes, he's a Space Marine. He's not.
Also consider where he would have had to been born, like with Death World, I think was what was said or something like that.
Maybe no. Well, if we're brothers, then I would have had to been at Death World too, and I'm not.
No, you could be half brothers.
I guess. He is not a female this time. Again, I only saw wolf motif once, so that's kind of hard. I don't know what color hair he has.
You know what color hair he is.
I'll have to ask.
He's gonna mess you up and he's gonna be bald. Because he's
Well,
Space
no.
Marine.
See, the thing is, just saying the name Lucifer makes me think he has blonde hair. But I don't think Izzy will actually ever do that, even as a blood angel, who I think a lot of them have blonde hair.
You're gonna have to get that helmet off him and figure it out.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna straight up ask him.
Right now?
He's offline, so I can't. But question is, do we have a bingo? Yes, in the middle.
Oh shit!
Bada bing!
We have a bingo in the middle, and we might have one in the second to last row.
Poor Izzy.
And if he has, oh no, never mind. That's not a bingo. We didn't have the top one.
Well, you filled airtime.
Oh yeah.
But I think you've run out.
2 bingos. The second column. So the middle row and the second column are both bingos.
We need more bingo. I don't have. Has it been long enough that even the more careful players have tropes yet?
I don't pay attention to them.
Damn.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
I'm not saying you don't matter. I'm saying that Izzy matters more.
I know. I get it. It's fine.
Also, Izzy's a little more predictable.
A little bit.
Well, no, that was the point of his question. Is even the less predictable ones, do they have a bingo yet?
Sabat used to associate me with rogues, but I think I've moved away from that.
I think that was because, like, the 2 campaigns you were in with him, you were some kind of stealth.
Yeah. And I usually have stealth as like a picked skill, but not always.
Or like
right
as
now.
a secondary, like not like even if it's not your thing, you're still at least capable of it.
Right now, I'm not though.
Yeah.
Noisy scale mail and no proficiency.
Right, but what about Wrath and Glory?
Wrath and Glory. God, I want to say no, but I have a sniper rifle and I'm a mafia guy, so it's like maybe. I have to look at the sheet. Now I'm wondering.
You played yourself.
Wrath and Glory, Rogue Trader, character generation, sheet. It's. I named the file Tech Priest Spy. I think I probably do. Let's see. Stealth 3.
Oh yeah, because you're my
agility,
seneschal. You have to have some kind of stealth.
Yeah, I have 9 dice in stealth. So yes.
There you go.
Damn it.
Rogues, find a way.
Even when I'm a minion build, I have stealth. Cat-like tread.
Come, friends, to sail the seas.
Oh my god.
Truce from navigation. Take another station.
I'm just going through all my adventuring gear, see what's in my backpack.
You don't know what's in your backpack.
No, I know what's in it, but I have a lot of tools which have a lot of shit in them. So I'm
Right.
looking at that. So it's like, apparently I have in my thieves' tools, which I assume I had a lockpick, I had a file, I had maybe scissors, pliers. Apparently, I have a small mirror mounted on a metal handle to do those like little corner shits.
Oh, nice.
Or I was thinking like under the door so that you can see what's behind it.
That too, yeah.
One of the
So,
weird things in the priest pack is like a sensor or something. I also noticed that you can have as your holy symbol as a cleric a reliquary. So yeah, good luck lugging that around. Like that's.
what the fuck's reliquary?
No. A reliquary is isn't that like the rosary beads?
No,
No.
it's like a pinky bone of a saint.
The reliquary is like a large. Usually they're very large. They have like a vase in them, or and they're surrounded by like a metal box. I don't really know how to describe it. It's basically a holy lantern-looking thing, but it's not a lantern.
Reliquary is a container for holy relics.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Like you're not.
What if the relic is small?
I mean, maybe, but at that point, why not just use the amulet?
But no, like I know what you're saying. Like usually it's the size of like the Ark of the Covenant, like that kind of thing.
Or like I want like the first comparison in my mind. It's like the size of a birdhouse. It's not quite as big as like a huge thing you lug around, but it's still bigger than every other option in the book. So it's kind of odd. Like I have trouble in my head picturing put away the weapon, pull out the holy symbol with that huge thing, But then again, the component pouch kind of makes it useless anyway.
Pretty much.
Geez, someone must have really fucked up.
And he is arguing viciously about, no, I'm not coming in.
I mean, we're already an hour in,
Yeah.
and we've woken up.
Xander's bought shit.
I'm
Please.
sorry. Once again, this is that shit. I wish
We know.
She needs to pick up her
Let's
damn phone.
We're not. We don't. It's not your fault. It's fine.
Like what we said was, geez, somebody really fucked up.
Yeah, no, I can't say it in this call because I can't have it on recording. But after session,
We know
I'll let you guys know.
you have confidential stuff.
Yeah. Right. Back on topic. Now you've bought your stuff from the halfling shopkeeper. You sold your amulets. Anything else you want to do with the shopkeeper?
I don't think I particularly need anything because I am just about loaded for bear when it comes to random shit you need.
Okay. If that's the case, I think you guys are done. So you guys would be returning back to the Still Pond End. I think I said end instead of N. Oops. That's how you can tell I'm a little frazzled. Right.
Wait, didn't what's her face say she only needed an hour or something?
Yeah, she only need an hour. That's about 10 minutes. So you guys can just return back to the Still Pond Inn if you want to, or you can find something else to do for an hour.
Oh. Well, let's go hit up the tavern real quick. Maybe the job's already posted.
Alrighty. While you're doing that, and I'm sorry to switch away from you, but Especially because it's like that time got interrupted. I'm gonna switch back to the Still Pond Inn then with everybody else.
Yeet.
Trisnag is enjoying his breakfast, which is just scrambled eggs, grits, and a little bit of overcooked bacon. Sadly, you definitely could have done better yourself.
Well, he's not throwing up this time, so that's good.
Yeah, no, mysteriously no apple juice this time. Alright, meanwhile, Creed has gone to bother Edrigan.
Oh, he hasn't woken up in half an hour? Alright, time limit's up. Time to...
I'm busy.
Do you want financial compensation or not?
Yes, come in.
You spoke
All
the
right.
magic words, money. Money, 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 money.
And Edrigan is
Morning.
there with like books open and paper and ink, and he's doing stuff.
Wizardly
Okay.
things.
As part of the discussion last night, puts a bag of 200 gold on the table next to him. There you go.
So tell me about the quest.
Oh, no, this is... Think of it as a introductory payment.
No, I understand that. What was the first thing you were supposed to do this morning?
Oh, you mean why I got the money?
No.
Oh god, he forgot!
What was the first thing that you were supposed to do this morning?
Uh-oh. Sweat spaghetti.
The food.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
think
noticed
Xantha
that
went to do that.
I noticed that my contract is still blank, Creed.
I think Xantha went to do that. He went out first. Maybe.
Do you really think that Xantha, the first thing he's going to do in the morning, is to go and get a fucking job?
Not really. Not real. Well, let's be honest. No.
No.
But...
He's going to go out with his new woman, and he's going to go and spend money. And then he's going to go to the bar where the job board is, but he's not going to get the job. He's going.
Yeah, but he didn't take the money though.
And he's going to get drink. Your job was to make sure that we get the job before anybody else does. Why is my contract blank?
Fair enough. As I back out.
Creed slinks away, closes door quietly, probably leaves money on the floor.
I don't think I leave money. I already gave him his share. Now I'm gonna go to the tavern. Oh wait, no, go to Austin Inn. Where's the closest quest board? Is it still the tavern or is there a closer one?
It's still the tavern!
It's still the fucking tavern. Let's go.
Chisnag will go with him if he sees him going in a hurry or whatever.
Yeah, you see Creed just like...
What's going on?
Quest!
Huh? Oh, yeah. Why are you in a hurry?
Time!
What?
Late!
What do you mean we're late? And he's gonna chase after him.
Okay. When you guys arrive at the tavern, this is at this point, Xanther, you and your half-orc compatriot have walked in the door about a little less than a minute ago, and you're just about to walk up the stairs when doors are slammed open by Creed.
Runs upstairs, parkours over whoever's in my way.
Roll me an acrobatic.
Grabs him by the face and throws him down the stairs.
Alright, so first things first, Creed, I want you to roll an acrobatics check. And then after that, I need Xanther to roll me an athletics check. And then you can roll me another acrobatics check for that one. So first acrobatics check, go.
Okay, wait, hold on. Ooh.
I don't grab him by the face.
No,
I don't need to.
You do not need to. So, Trisnak, you are in perfect view of this, and Xanther, you are slightly elevated on the stairs, so you get perfect view of this too. You see as Creed tries to parkour his way over a table. As he does so, he knocks every single drink off the table as his foot catches on the corner, on the edge of the table, and he just kind of does a rolling flip over it, lands face first on the ground, knocking off all these lovely dwarves who are sitting here getting their morning beverages in. Knocks all their cups off
Wait.
the table.
Wait. Are these lovely dwarves the guys I gambled with the other night? Fuck. They're not friends.
They look at you and they are pissed. Oi, lad! What the fuck is wrong with ya? You just knocked all our drinks off the table. You're fucking paying
I'll
for
pay for
this,
that.
you dumb bastard!
I'll pay for that.
I'm already upstairs.
Just.
Why?
Oh shit! What was that movie? There was a movie where like somebody was doing something and he was just like, "I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that." Maybe it was a cartoon. Oh god, what was it?
I don't know.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's not familiar. It definitely happened.
Yeah.
Why are you running and jumping and what are you doing?
I was in a rush. Anyway,
Why?
I need to pay these guys drinks first.
Okay.
Alright, so you pay for a new round of
Ip Man.
drinks.
It was Ip Man. They were breaking stuff in Ip Man's house when they were fighting, and it was like, "I'll pay. I'll pay."
Oh
Yeah!
Remember? When he challenged him in his house.
Right, so this will just set you back, it'll only set you back about another 10 copper pieces to rebuy their drinks and such.
That's fucking nothing, man.
Yeah, they were getting the cheap stuff.
Alright, there you go. Real sorry about that.
It's fine. Meanwhile, Xanther, up on the floorboard, you see that a lovely party of kobolds is sitting there enjoying a nice breakfast. But it's only 2 of them now. You see that the other ones you see other ones have gone missing, so to speak, but your focus is on the quest board right now.
Yes,
and indeed,
this makes me happy to see less kobolds
and you notice that
of dickish quality.
is indeed a quest on the board by Lord LeFou himself. A quest into... Let me get my map.
Map!
The quest requires that you guys go into the deep woods. Inside the deep woods, there is a temple. When you guys go to the temple, you are to adventure deep into the temple and retrieve an object of interest. This object of interest is known as the Soul of Belsgor. I'll write that in the chat. Soul of Belsgor. Last time we just called. Last time we just
quest noted down already. Give me a sec.
Yeah,
go on.
last time we just called it the Demon Soul, but it does actually have a name. It's the Souls of Belsgor.
We don't want to get sued by From Software.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Tomb in Deep Woods, magical item. Limsass, ancient necromancer. Yep.
There's no time limit put on this quest. Simply that you are to retrieve the item and bring it back in pristine condition. Do not break it, do not lose it, and do not let it get stolen. If you encounter any white orchid paladins, you are to not let them have this item at all cost.
Well, it's kind of hard to turn it over if I don't got it. So they'll
Yes.
definitely be able to fuck off.
Um,
Any other details?
you notice that for payment it is it's just been marked as extremely high.
Well, yes. I'm going to own that bitch.
No other details though.
It would have been funny if it only said 4 people. But I boop it, or I do the thing.
Yeah, pretty much you boop it, and the quest gets put onto your contract. As as you notice that, well, for Edrigan and for Trisnag and for Creed as well, your contracts light up for a brief moment, and you notice a new quest has appeared called Retrieve the Soul of Belsgor.
Well, that's nifty.
Trisnag is going to tap Creed and motion for him to get down to eye level. Creed, why were you running and knocking everything over? Why were you in such a hurry?
Because Edrigan told me to run
Why?
to get the quest.
Do you remember what we were told yesterday?
We had a quest.
And that the quest would... and he'll hush his voice. And that he would only accept it if we were the ones requesting it. It's not automatic. He has to say, oh, these are the people doing it. I'll accept it from them. And he told us he would wait for us to do it. And here you are running. Why?
Edrigan pranked you, bro.
He pranked you.
Let me remind you. Until last session, my intelligence was -1.
He's not a
Allow me
smart
to
boy.
remind you.
Oh,
So I'm
you're
playing that
Okiasu.
hard. I'm gonna bank in on that.
Creed, good at his job, just not the thinking man. He lets Cheddar do that part. Thinking is for Cheddars.
Hell, Xanther's not exactly the thinking boy. That's fucking Edgergan's ideas.
Well, I
Look,
guess.
Jojo, I'm kind of an idiot.
You're
Well,
kind of an idiot, though.
Well, I guess Edrigan has his sense of humor. Anyway,
I roll
You prob-
insight.
You're not fucking there! You sneeze.
Okay.
anyway, are you okay? You ran into that table and pretty much tumbled down.
It happens. It's part of the job, especially early on.
Right.
You know, reparations. Always ready for them. That's why I keep all this money on me.
Alright, meanwhile, upstairs, Xanther, are you doing anything after you've accepted the quest?
The lovely Lady Kobold is up here, right?
She sure is, along with Drag.
I saunter over and hungry dear. Hi, how are you? Where are all your friends?
She gives a smile. Oh, they went off to go collect other taxes. Are you guys finally ready to head out? She says, cocking her head to the side a bit.
I am, and I've made my newest associate ready. I believe we have to go wake up the grouchy one.
She nods her head. Hi, who are you? She says, looking up at your half-orc friend. She turns her head to the side, looks at you, as if asking, "Is it okay?"
What? I haven't taken your mouth off or anything. Feel free to talk to whomever you please.
She turns to her. Name's Tosley. Mile. And this is Drag. She says, turning to Drag, who just gives a curt little gesture, goes back to sipping on his drink. Also, you said
As an
breakfast.
aside, it's kind of disappointing that you asked the question rather than waiting for having
Yeah.
waited so long for us to ask.
That's fine. Also,
It
you
should
still
have just
don't
remained a mystery for as
I'm
long as
not
possible.
mad. I'm just disappointed.
you still don't know her name, and neither does Triznag or Creed.
I don't care.
That
She's
is
the half-orc. She's the half-orc, or she's Xanther's half-orc.
Yes.
Right. Miles says, turns to Xanther. Now you said breakfast.
I did. I have not eaten that swill that was outside my door.
She nods, and she's like, "You should get. I hear Cookie's pretty good. Most of the stuff he served so far has been pretty good. Let's see what he serves for breakfast."
Yes.
All right, so I'm guessing you could just head down as a small group down to the front where Percival is, correct?
Oh,
And
yeah.
witness the chaos.
Yeah, and you see the full chaos as
Oh, I was laughing at the chaos. Now I'm just seeing those two whispering at each other.
yeah. Miles sees Triznac. Hi, Triznac.
Huh? Oh, hi.
Don't forget we have places to be today, Triznag. Don't be long.
Huh? No, I'm here. I'm fine. I was talking with Creed. What's going on?
Oh, remember, we have an escort to do.
Mile looks at Creed. That's a new one too. Hi, stranger.
Don't bother talking to him. He won't be here.
Huh?
Contrary to what you're saying, I will.
She
I
nods
don't
her.
remember inviting you along.
Well, I've decided to bribe you all so I can tag along.
And I thought I was the blunt one.
Miles starts to snicker. It's funny.
Did you say Utini?
No, sorry, it's funny.
Because I heard Jawa and I was.
I don't even know enough Star Wars to be able to speak like that. Though, I mean, if you guys want a errata, that Jawa is now what Kobolds
No,
speak.
do not do that.
No.
Okay.
I will toilet paper your house.
You can't do that because then dragons would speak it too because it's draconic. That'd be horrible.
No! Absolutely not. Yeah, you were right. All right.
Dormaskumir Utini.
I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stop now. Okay. So she contains her snicker as Dreg gives a curt wave to Creed, a knowing curt wave.
I obviously wave back because I know as well.
Right.
Now you already know each other. Well, that's even better. We're helping them.
Ah, how convenient. That means I will tag along whether you want me to or not. But this is a peace offering. As I slide Xanther 200 gold.
Oh, well. That's a good bribe. That's an excellent beginning. We'll talk about your manners later.
Of course, as long as we can be a bit more amicable in the future. All right.
As long as you stop shooting shit at me.
Oh, that's duly noted. That's duly noted.
Dreg looks at you with almost a disappointed look in his eye.
Please be
Yes,
patient with me. I'm
miss.
retarded.
Hey, Yue, that's 6 cent.
All right. Right. So you go to Percival and ask what's for breakfast, and he gives you off a large list of options. You can actually get a venison steak here for breakfast. There's also various different kinds of jerky he offers: turkey jerky, chicken jerky, beef jerky, venison jerky. He offers 3 different kinds of bacon: turkey bacon, which no one ever eats for a very good reason. Pork bacon, because pork bacon is good, and boar bacon is also an option. Also fatback. He offers grits, toast, eggs over easy, eggs scrambled, all with a smattering of cheese on the top, along with some fresh cut onions, and a nice little herb soup that you can have for breakfast as well, and offers that you can have tea or a warm alcoholic beverage with it. Also oatmeal with little bits of fruit in it.
I'll be taking pretty much a little bit of everything, except for the jerky. We're going to be taking a nice amount of that because we have traveling to do.
Indeed. Let's see. Dreg very quietly only says oatmeal, pork bacon. That's it. Mile orders pork bacon, oatmeal, grits, eggs over easy. She actually asked for them raw, but he said no. Just no.
Cookie would be insulted.
Yes. And she even asked for the venison steak as well. But she pays for it. She actually pays for the breakfast.
Oh, nice.
So don't worry about the cost. And she also offers to buy breakfast for Triznag and Creed as well. But have you guys already eaten?
Triznag ate already.
No.
But
I didn't.
Creed didn't eat, right?
No, I didn't, because I was like, I want to wait at the breakfast table. Wait, there was food at my door's feet. Did I step on that? I don't know. Whatever. I'll wait here. Xantha walks out. Oh shit. But yeah, I'll gladly get some breakfast with them.
All right, Triznag, are you at least going to stick around for breakfast, or are you going to go off and do your...
You'll stick around. Maybe he can get a drink.
Okay. There's apple juice, assuming you are scarred for life from it. There's orange juice. There are several warm alcoholic beverages and 3 different kinds of teas which are offered as well.
Well, he'll try the tea.
There's green tea, there's Earl Grey tea, and another tea that he calls chamomile, but he doesn't suggest it for the early morning, but he says it's an option.
Let's try the green. It doesn't get to do tea much.
Alrighty. All right, so you guys enjoy a nice, pleasant breakfast. For Xanther and Creed, your meals are up to par. Cookie does not fucking disappoint.
Excellent.
And as for your tea, it has been brewed perfectly. It is just the right amount of. It is not just leaf juice water. It is perfectly flavored essence tea. He did offer to add a little bit of sugar if it was too bitter for you. So the question is, does Triznak like bitter things or does he prefer sweet things?
He does. I mean, the logic I went with tea, he doesn't get to do it much. He probably doesn't get to do sugar very much either, so he'll have some sugar.
All right. Just the right amount of sweetness to it. It doesn't overpower it, so you get the taste of tea, but it cuts off the bit of the bitterness of the tea. It's actually very pleasant.
Oh, this is a very nice change from what I'm used to. You'll direct to whoever gave it to him. Tell the person who prepared it. Thank you. It's very nice.
I'll let Cookie know you appreciated it. Says one of these servers as he walks back down. As Miles says, so what have you guys been doing the past couple of days?
Oh, just taking care of that little slave escapee problem.
She points at, very bluntly points at the half-orc with you, as she says, is that how you got this one?
Basically, yes. They had her locked in a cage.
Interesting. She doesn't look like she's been locked in a cage. She looks like she's been...
I didn't let her stay there for very long.
Ah, that makes sense.
And then she immediately made herself very useful.
She nods her head. And then immediately begins... Surprisingly for how little she is, she seems to be able to eat quite a bit. And she eats the whole venison steak, the eggs, the oatmeal, and the grits. As well as the bacon.
Everybody tucks in. Nom, 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 nom.
Yep. Any other pleasantries you guys want to have with la breakfast, or?
No, it's breakfast time.
All right.
Food face now.
Alright, returning back to Edrigan in his room.
I do kind of want to apologize to Xanther, as an aside. But I don't know if he wants to talk to me while he's eating.
Is this the risk you wish to take?
Even if he liked you, that would be a unwise idea.
Yes.
Saying.
I'll wait until we're done with breakfast then.
Okay. Meanwhile, Edrigan in his room, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm guessing you want to know what spell I'm working on?
You got it.
It is, in fact, Flesh Twist.
Yes!
Twist the flesh.
Perfect. You are making excellent...
Because I need more necromancy attack spells besides Toll the Dead.
I'll be right back really quick.
No problem.
Toll the Dead is hilarious and yet...
Well, the problem with relying on Toll the Dead as the necromantic attack is it doesn't work with my wizard class features.
I would like to point out, just remember, Flesh Twist is not a damaging spell. It's the one that works like Disguise Self.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's okay. I pulled up my list of the necromantic spells just to make sure.
I have an idea for a spell then. Well, whenever if we ever get a chance to create a spell.
You certainly will.
Okay.
Is there another spell you'd like to learn from his spell book? And you could also still learn Flesh Twist if you so desire.
Right? No, that was the plan. I've already got the other ones that look interesting. And then the other ones are third level spells that I can't do yet, so I'm kind of like... Bleh.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to get those third level spells, man.
Yeah, so no, I'm only getting Flesh Twist.
Alright, that's fair. Alrighty, let me go ahead and close that list up. I will say that if you can roll me a Knowledge Arcana, Bless you.
Bless you.
If you can
I'm
roll me
back.
a knowledge arcana with the DC being 15 and pass, I will say that by the time they actually finish breakfast, you have already finished copying the spell into the book.
So we're gonna do ourselves the Arcana, and we're gonna do a public, and we're gonna do normal, and that's a 10.
Okay, so you are not finished copying the spell in the book. By the time they are returning from breakfast, quote unquote, for the majority of them. So this would be the time where Creed and Xanther can start having their conversation. Mile and Dreg do seem to be following you guys as you guys are heading back to the Still Pond Inn.
Welcome back, robot.
Thank you. So yeah, you cut out a bit there. Where did the other two go?
Mile and Dreg are currently following you guys to the Still Pond Inn.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so this is the time where if Creed and Xanther want to have their little conversation, they can have so.
Yes. Okay. All right, Xanther.
Yes, Creed.
I know we've had our differences, and that's entirely my fault. I understand that. All right. I didn't
Mhm.
mean to shoot at you guys. I'm not really used to working with a group. I usually do stuff alone. But
Well,
if you'll have
First
me,
lesson: stay with the group.
that's the
You're
thing.
doing excellently so far.
Okay, thank you. If you'll have me, I'd like to stay around. But please understand that my job sometimes will take me away.
What is
And
your
I'm
job?
I work with a company that does several things. Please understand. You should know by now.
Understanding requires information.
Dreg walks
Not
up to Creed and hands him a slip of paper. That is blank.
uh, not in broad daylight, Xanther. If you do want to find out further, some other time, or at least when
Dreg
in
points at the piece of
private.
paper.
I look at it.
You open it. It is blank. Dreg Dreg face palms as you look at it. He then makes actually I'll make him roll a performance check. This is fair.
Make me roll a what?
No, he's rolling a performance check, and then I need you to roll me a insight check. Plus, this is not something he's trained. It doesn't matter if he's not trained in it. The DC for you understanding this performance check is 5.
What do I roll? Wisdom or intelligence?
Insight.
Insight I'm good at. I got a fucking proficiency in that.
Then do it!
I don't want to interrupt, but just for after this, I want to, while they're doing that, I want Trisnek to ask Mail something, but it will just be after, but while this is happening.
It's no problem. Makes sense. Perfect. He's telling you can write what you need to say to Xanther on the piece of paper.
Oh,
So that way you don't. So that way you don't have to say it out loud.
Okay, I quickly write it down.
All right. So now just use the chat. Just to be more in the element. You can write it in. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Write it in chat.
So Trisnag, you turn to Mile, who's currently just enjoying the nice day and having a nice big breakfast.
So he'll, in a hushed voice, while they're distracted. I don't mean to be rude, but I had a question. The other day I happened to notice you were missing a couple fingers. I'm wondering, is that personal? Like, what happened there? Is it related to your master?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. Nope.
Ooh.
What you type in there, Zai?
Lots
In
of
chat.
stuff.
He's trying to explain things to me without everybody.
Perhaps I should only send this personally to Xanther's DMs.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's more I'm making fun of your microphone than actually you. Just
Yeah.
I do the same thing to Izzy. It's fine.
Oh, there's a persuasion. I'm sorry, I didn't see it was popped up at the same time. She looks at you, thinks about it for a moment, and she kind of says, "It's punishment for doing things I'm not supposed to do."
I will say no more. I understand. I was just wondering if it was a battle wound or not.
I wish battle wounds are way cooler than this.
Yeah,
Though, of course, my genuine goal in most battles is to not acquire wounds.
they are inevitable, unfortunately.
True. Very true. Now that I think about it, I don't think Triznak has some notable scars on himself, doesn't he?
Oh, he's definitely got one on his chest now. Maybe one from the orc hitting his tail as well.
Right. As she actually does point something out. So what happened to your tail? Your tail was fine the other day.
Orc, axe, you know how it goes. Javelin about
Why
here
do
as
they
well.
always go for the damn tail?
Because it's there and it's an easy target.
It's rude. How would they feel? How would they feel if we cut off their? Actually, you know what? That's fair. She stops herself.
Going there, got one on my chest. I'll probably have a few more by the end of the trip.
What happened to the chest?
Javelin.
She looks at you a little concerned. Are you gonna be okay, Trisnag?
Yes, I'm fine. You know, healing magic, all that.
Oh right, you're a cleric, just like. Well, he's gone out to collect it. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to tell you. The reason why it's only just me and Dreg right now is because the others have gone off to collect more taxes. Master sent us a telepathic message yesterday night telling us that only me and Dreg are going to be returning with the slaves. The others are going to go collect more taxes that haven't been paid yet.
Ah, okay.
He wants the priority on those slaves being returned, but he's not going to, well, you know how it is. You gotta listen to your master!
Yep, of course.
She's like, any other questions? Outside of the, finger thingy.
Oh, no, don't worry. I won't ask about that anymore. No, not really. If I think of any, you'll be the first to know.
She nods her head. And then goes back to just kind of staring around. Anybody else got anything they want to say during this walk?
Well, I have to read the thing.
Right. I'm assuming that's the entirety, correct? Zai.
At that point, it's Trisnag.
Hmm?
Do you have fire?
I'm sorry?
You read the.
Do you have fire?
You've already read the message, correct?
I've read the message.
Do I have
it back here?
Dreg
No, give it back to me.
Dreg snaps his finger as the note ignites into flames.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Yeah, figured.
So, yes, I understand, and I think you could be useful, actually. Very useful.
Point me anywhere, and it'll get done. Or, somebody will drop. Something will drop. You know what I mean.
First things first, a little bit of escorting these lovely little kobolds.
Mile, you don't have to lie. We're kobolds. We know what we look like. We know what most people actually think of us.
But everybody loves being called lovely. It's part of my persuasive personality.
Miles seems to almost seem upset about that. Most people love to be complimented. Dreg likes compliments. Dreg nods. I hate it. I hate it a lot.
Oh, well. That's unfortunate. It's become second nature to me by now.
That's fine. Just no groveling. That's all I ask. Just no groveling.
Oh, never.
Thank you. That's quite
I
literally
will,
the only thing I want. Just no groveling.
I'll take a dagger in the throat before I do that shit.
Groveling can have its uses. It's a good distraction sometimes.
She smiles. I see you too are familiar with the most frequent kobold strategy.
Well, you don't live this long without knowing how.
That's actually fair point. And I didn't get to ask that question. How old are you, Trisnag?
Oh, I'm 16.
16. Wow. That's impressive.
Well, if I last 5 more years, I'll be over the average, so, that's good.
She nods her head in agreement.
And back to the
Still
Pond Inn we go.
And back to the inn.
Back to the inn. You notice that Edrigan has still not popped out of his room. As a matter of fact, when you guys walk upstairs, the first thing you see is that the food is still sitting outside his door. As is the
He's
breakfast
still
that was
not
brought
awake.
to you, that you guys refused to eat, except for Trisnak, who actually did eat his breakfast.
It looked like poo.
Trisnak is eating worse. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, surviving on the road. Gotta eat what you can.
How long do we have before we need to leave?
Well, I did kind of want to set out this morning, but if you guys need to wait till this night, that's fine.
That better not be my door.
It sure
It was your door,
Sure
and it
is.
was incredibly loud.
I'm busy.
Edgergun, do not make me open this door.
Open the door.
Opens it for him. There.
Are you ready?
For what?
Remember what we had to do today?
Nothing.
Points at small kobolds.
Hi there.
That wasn't for another couple of days.
That was
It was
2 days ago.
And you said 4 days 2 days ago.
Mm-mm. I said 2 days 2 days ago.
She did say 2 days 2 days ago.
I wasn't there.
Which, once again, hi, nice to meet you. My name's Mile. She says, turning to you.
Oh, Creed.
She nods. I get the feeling that you and Dreg have met before.
Work acquaintances.
Nods head. Right. Turns to Edge again. I see you are in the middle of learning a new spell, though.
He just kind of glares at the group.
well. Come along, get your things together.
Mile actually turns.
I'm busy.
Mile turns to. It seems he's not done copying his spell yet. At which point, I don't think it's fair or nice to interrupt a spellcaster when they're trying to learn a new spell. I would know. So, I would say we wait until he's done copying his spell. Then we can head out. We can just use that time to gather supplies.
Well, you are the one heading off, so it's up to you.
Cool. You guys have horses?
We do.
She closes the door for Edrigan's room.
And we all walk away.
Completely in
As
character. I like it.
evil permeates out of Edgergun's room.
Just
And annoyance.
like the only greater source of contempt would be from like a mind flayer or something.
Yes! Yes! Okay. So we will just kind of rush this along. You guys gather up supplies. I say 10 days worth of rations are acquired for each of you. Just makes sense. So just subtract. I just say just subtract 1 gold from all of your inventories and just say you got supplies.
Okay.
Specifically, I do want to buy more cure potions because I'm like kind of out.
Okay.
I think.
So yeah, I will actually do an RP for you being at the alchemist shop then.
Oh,
And
I'm
also-
gonna subtract 2 because I need to pay for a week of the in rooms. So I've been doing it day by day, and we're gonna be gone longer than that. So
Okay. Also, with Xanther and your half-orc compatriot, I'm not sure if you actually remember her name or not. Your guys' armor and you guys' armor should be ready for you guys to pick up as well. So we can just RP that as well. Just how do you guys want to split up? That Creed and Triznag go to the alchemy shop, or do you guys want to split up so like Creed just goes to the alchemy shop by himself, or how do you guys want to do this?
Triznag will chill out with the kobolds. He doesn't have to buy anything.
All right, no, that's fair. Creed, you're going to the alchemy shop. Xanther, you're just going to go pick up your armor. No real need to RP the armor session because she just literally hands you guys the armor. Unless you want to say anything particular to her, because your half-orc compatriot does not speak unless you give her permission to, essentially.
No, there's no particular need to chat about this one. We have places to be.
All right, Creed, you arrive at the alchemy shop, and
Yep.
not a busy day. A few wizards inside, probably buying some alchemical components, but that's about the worst you see. You notice that there is a wizard at the front complaining, though, when you walk in. What do you
Complaining about?
mean you're out of supplies for the summoning spell? I need those supplies. I need to resummon my familiar. It got destroyed yesterday. I'm sorry, we sold out of supplies yesterday. It'll take about a week for us to get restocked. That sounds like your problem. She sighs.
No, it sounds more like your problem for not stocking up before it got bought out, sir. Anyway, I have business with this lady. Takes her aside.
Was that your door, Zai?
That was also my door, but give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you a second. We'll just switch to Triznag and him hanging out with the kobolds really quickly.
So I was wondering, forgot to ask earlier. You asked my age. How old are you two?
Miles says, well, she turns to Dreg first. Dreg shrugs his shoulders. Al remains silent. Yeah, I thought so. Dreg has never told me how old he is, but I know he's old. At least older than 50. Dreg crosses his arms. And as for me, I'm 42.
God
I
damn, they're old.
I suspected something like that.
We're
Not-
experienced.
Not to say that you look old or anything, just you have a lot more, as you say, experience.
She says, flatterer. That being said, yes, we are experienced. I wish Dreg would share more what of his experiences are. Dreg, once again, crosses his arms tighter. Gets even quieter. Right. But yeah. We've been around for a while. That's why I'm actually surprised to hear you 16. Really, most of the kobolds that even live in our tribe don't really make it past 20. Even the ones that attend the college.
Yeah, that's generally how it goes.
As it turns out, the ones at the college tend to blow themselves up. She says as she puts her face into her hands. So many dumb kobolds.
Yeah, most of the ones I knew from my tribe tend to die of illness, accidents in the mines, accidents with farm equipment. You can't believe what someone will do to themselves with a scythe.
She laughs. She's like, have you ever seen a kobold cast a fireball spell in close range right next to themselves?
I can't say I have.
I've watched this happen. I've watched this happen as I told him not to do it. I told him it was a bad idea even. And he still did it. And he killed himself and 10 other kobolds. It was... Why? Why are they so dumb? Sorry.
I don't... they are.
Darwin's working them out.
Another... I don't mean to get personal again. I am kind of wondering. You're often very pleasant, but you hate compliments. What's the deal with that?
You said you experienced something similar, right? You're one of the smarter kobolds from your tribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine being one of the smartest kobolds from your tribe, also being one of the major instructors at one of the only colleges that will teach kobolds. And imagine what you get every single day from all the kobolds you teach.
Well, that's why I'm out here and not back there,
I have to go
or where I
back.
come from.
I have to go back to that.
Well, I'm sure I'll have to go back eventually too, but
I hope
still.
you don't!
Well, I do have to go back at some point, but yes.
Right, but first you have to, resurrect your master, right?
You heard about that. Okay. I did wonder.
Dreg told me.
Hmm.
Dreg gives a apologetic kind of shrug.
Well, I'm not too worried. If I can be completely frank, I don't want any ill will between us. It is slightly concerning to me as a kobold from another tribe that you have that knowledge, and now your master will have that knowledge, and your master has quite a bit of land.
I can assure you that my master's only goal is to rule the Northlands as he does right now. He has no interest in the main kingdom or any of the kingdoms to the east, south, or west.
Well, that's good.
Also,
I would hate to be.
Master
I would
cannot
hate.
telepathically peer into our minds. Well,
Right.
my mind. Or Dreg's.
I would just hate to be enemies with the only two kobolds I've met in recent memory who I can stand having a conversation with.
She nods. It's nice to know that I can meet a kobold from another tribe that isn't trying to immediately kill me. That is very pleasant.
Now
Also-
kiss.
Also, I noticed that there's a little bit of squirming going around on you. Is that your little familiar?
Yes, this is Junior, and he'll let him out of his sleeve.
So cute, she says. Does he do any tricks?
Not yet. I've only recently acquired him.
Dreg actually pulls a small rat from out of his sleeves and passes it to Junior, looking at you first before putting it down on the table, as if to ask, "Is it okay?"
It should be. He only really does mean things when I tell him to.
A good familiar, then, Miles says, as Dreg drops the rodent on the table, and you can allow Junior to eat it or not. Meanwhile, the owner of the inn is freaking out because he just pulled a rat out of his pocket and put it on the table.
Junior will behave.
All right, Junior will behave and eat la rat. I'm assuming, correct?
What?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, sorry.
He's not gonna.
Yeah,
He's not gonna eat the rat.
Okay, so rat's just sitting on the fucking table.
Why would you think that? It's kind of weird.
Think that Junior would eat the rat?
After he said he's gonna behave, it's like, oh, he's gonna behave and eat the rat. Okay.
Hey, good behavior for a snake is sometimes eaten.
It's a celestial snake.
She looks at you. Celestial snake.
Oh shit! I was answering
sorry.
you. Shit.
Yeah.
Bleh.
I'm not there. This isn't my Edgekin voice. This isn't in character.
She's like, "Your familiar is celestial. Any particular reason why?"
I thought it would be funny.
She smiles. I like your sense of humor.
The first thing I did when I had him melt an orc with a necrotic spell.
Ooh! Did he enjoy doing that?
No. Exactly.
And he'll pet the snake.
Good, Junior. Very good. Pleasant conversation like that is going to continue with you guys like that for a while. Meanwhile, back with Creed at the shop, because I'm assuming you've got your food and stuff, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let's continue right where we left off, where you just interrupted. Where's his problem for not doing stuff? He's like, "Excuse me, who are you?"
Okay, I ask the same question to you, but I'm a person that has business with this lady.
I am Professor Flutos, one of the High Wizard Scholars of Bergworth.
Walks away. Come on.
You can't just ignore me.
Come. So I'm looking for some potions.
He grabs you by the shoulder. I said you can't just ignore me.
Pulls knife out.
I
Huh?
see that this is a problem.
It is.
The guards from the shop start to stir up. As
Don't make
shopkeep,
it bigger. I just have some business with the lady. You seem to be bothering her with something she can't help with you anymore. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Don't make this bigger than it has to be.
he rolls his eyes. He's like, I will remember this as he walks out. She lets out a sigh. Oh, thank God. Can you, pointing at the knife.
I immediately sheathed it as soon as he left.
Okay, potions, right?
Yes.
What you need?
Some cure potions.
Light?
Light.
Okay. How many you need? We have a large stock of them.
Any discounts in buying in bulk?
I wish I could, actually, but my boss would, she says, looking to the back room, definitely say no.
Fair enough. How much they going for right now?
Standard price.
That being.
Just gotta, I'm finding it myself. Potion of healing is 50 gold piece a pop.
50 gold pieces of pot. Okay. Give me about 4.
Alright, that'll be 200 gold pieces, sir.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to have ball bearings?
Ball bearings? You'd want to head over to the general goods store. Maybe even the blacksmith might have some for you.
All right. Thank you. And fuck, we don't really have a calling card or anything. I need to fix that.
She kind of looks at you quizzically. Calling card?
Oh no, something you can contact me if you need things handled with troublemakers like that again. That's kind of what I do.
Well, if he had caused any more trouble, I was going to just get the guards to escort him out, but I think I prefer what you did. It helped.
Oh, let me know. Or put a quest up. I am for hire.
Alrighty then. If you don't have anything else to do here, though, unless you need to buy some sort of ingredients or something, I guess have a good day.
You too. Take it easy. And I go.
All right. You guys meet back up at the Still Pond Inn. I'm assuming at some point, Zide, you just stopped by the general goods store and get some ball bearings, correct?
Yep, I just want some ball bearings.
All right. So just
Give
go
me
ahead.
I want 4 packs though.
All right. So just subtract the cost from your inventory. She does have them.
Okay, yeah, it's 1 gold per piece. So.
Okay.
Got 'em.
All right. So you guys meet back up, and you see that Trisnag has been enjoying the company of some other kobolds, even if they're not of the same scale.
Oh, you cut out a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. When you arrive back, this is both for Xanther and Creed. You notice that Trizek has just been enjoying the company of other kobolds. I'm not sure exactly how much he's enjoying himself. You determine that, not me.
He looks about as normal. He looks normal. He's not angry. Let's put it that. He's not overly happy. He's just talking with.
That is a change, though, not being angry.
Yeah.
One thing Creed would notice, there's a rat. Creed, one thing you would notice, there's a rat on the table that's just sitting there.
Huh. I'm just gonna shrug it up. I don't care about no rat. Unless someone asks me to do, pest extermination.
Not your job. All right, Edrigan. At this point, you have finished copying this spell into your spellbook.
So I walk downstairs.
All right, you walk downstairs. Xanther and Creed have returned. Currently enjoying themselves at the table with Mile, Drag, the half orc, and Trisnag. By this point, Dreg would have pulled out a pack of playing cards as well, if you guys wanted to partake in that.
And I keep walking past the man out the door.
All right.
I wonder where he's going.
Mile shows probably buying spell components.
Probably.
Go straight to the stable. Let's follow him.
All right. All I need for you guys is just to roll me 1d20. Unless you want to cheat, just 1d20. If you're going to cheat, sleight of hands.
Oh,
She was
man.
terrible at cards. Oh my god.
All right. Is Creed going to cheat? And then Zai
Sorry,
wants to.
I got food in front of me. That's why. Hold on. Let me see my roll. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna try.
I love it. Roll me that sleight of hand, my friend.
I'm gonna roll it and then see. Because this is the thing between thieves. Is like, can you catch the other guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
13. Not good. Whatever. See if he catches me.
He sure does.
I knew it.
So, let me roll his and Mel's luck rolls. 1d2. So just 2d20 actually, because he's not gonna cheat. Miles going to be the winner in the end, though.
That's fair.
Yep. You guys play a rousing game of poker. Low stakes, just betting a few copper pieces. No reason to get gold or silver involved. At one point, you try to cheat to try to. You offer to shuffle the deck and try to cheat and adjust the deck yourself. No one really notices except for Dreg, who immediately takes the deck away from you and gives you a baleful glare.
All right.
And eventually, Mile ends up winning the game by pure stroke of luck. Winning about 10 copper pieces. So everyone just subtract 2 copper pieces from your from your current inventory.
Okay.
Like I said, low
Oh
stakes.
dear.
I was never too good at cards. I generally prefer dragon chess.
Ooh, you want to play Dragon Chess? She says, as she actually reaches into a bag and a bag she has on her side and pulls out a Dragon Chess board set.
Well, sure, but until Edrigan gets angry and comes back anyway. And Trisnag will pull out his own pieces from his own bag.
Alrighty. Speaking of which, I'm just going to switch over to Edrigan really quickly. So where's Edrigan headed?
Alchemy shop.
Alright, as expected. Alright, so you come into the alchemy shop and you see a very disgruntled looking wizard standing outside the door.
I pay him no mind.
Alright.
And I walk in.
Alright, you walk inside once again. Shop is not too crowded. Smells exactly the same as the last time you went in, maybe a little bit more sulfurous today. As the half-elf shop owner, shopkeep recognizes you. Oh, it gives you a wave.
Shit. Hang on. Nope, not that one. In the voice of Trisnag, Nightwing says, "Nice bird."
She smiles. How can I help you today?
I'm looking for scrolls. Do you have spell scrolls?
I may have a couple. What kind of spell what spell scroll are you looking for?
I don't know yet. What do you have?
Let's see. Let me just open up the shop inventory. Get to not potions, but scrolls. Obviously, there's a lot more potions than scrolls for obvious reasons.
Obviously.
Let's see. I have a scroll of blindness and deafness, a scroll of darkness, a scroll of blur. I also have, but it's very expensive, mind you, a scroll of stinking cloud. And I have another expensive scroll, sorry. A scroll of fly that was just traded to us this morning. I also have one more scroll here, which is a scroll of Tasha's hideous laughter.
How much is fly?
Actually, I did not write the price of the fucking scroll because I'm a genius. I need. There we go. I'm gonna take a bet it's gonna be super fucking expensive.
Oh, probably.
Oh yeah.
The answer is going to be more than I have.
But how
Almost-
much more?
Almost undoubtedly. I figured this would be a straightforward thing in the DM's guide, but no.
No, of course not.
Nope, not in 5th edition.
I really dislike that.
Like, I kind of get why they did it, but
It's still shitty at times.
I feel like a lot of this...
like the more that I read Acquisitions Incorporated, the more I realize that it was made specifically because of this.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this item stuff, it makes me feel like they were going for a kind of low magic feel with 5th edition, but they made Forgotten Realms the default setting. So it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. God damn.
Not even low magic. It was like they were only trying to make. They didn't want you to go out and buy stuff. They wanted it to be a reward.
Right, but sometimes you have to buy stuff.
Right.
And it also makes no sense that you can go buy an item called Scroll of Protection, but you can't go buy a Scroll of Magic Missile.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Obviously, that's one of those things that me personally, as I'm GMing this, I'm just going to say, fuck off. I will run this game how I want.
Yeah.
It's generally how you do.
It's just really weird.
I do what I want.
It's just really weird design decisions.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't want to balance an economy, so they're just like, now we won't make one.
Yeah, no,
Like-
they want you to do it because clearly,
Economy. How do I economy?
Okay, let's do it like this. I'm going to just assume that, given the cost, these are going to be uncommon. No, it'd be rare. It's going to be 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, I'm close, but Tasha's.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter, that will be 500 gold pieces.
I slapped down 500 gold pieces.
I'm sorry, I know. My boss sets the price, not me.
It's not your fault. Why am I even worrying about this goddamned kobold? And I give her the gold, and I take the scroll, and I leave.
Okay. Alright, eventually, as you guys...
I hate quests!
as you guys are just pulling out your dragon chest boards, Edrigan returns.
I am ready for our escort quest.
Oh, party's over.
She sighs. We can play on the road.
I usually drive.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think they know how.
She whispers very quietly. But they're humans.
I know.
You can hire a hireling to do it.
The half-orc raises her hand. I know how to drive.
Like, you realize that's what other people do. They hire people to do things for them. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do anything.
Well, if the wagon careens off the road and the contents are damaged, I would rather not have to kill anyone except myself. So I'll drive.
Thank you for volunteering. It's nice to know that you're capable.
Edrigan rolls his eyes and leaves.
Alright. So you guys just head off to the stables to where you guys have stored your horse and the wagon.
And I'm back.
Whisper. Oh, I see you have returned. I'll get you.
Oh, shit!
Oh, what'd you need?
I forgot to roll... I have to roll how many charges my Animate Dead one gets every day.
Yeah.
Cause that's how they work now.
Yup.
It was a 1d4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is slash roll 1d4? Cool.
Wow, you're fucking luck with D4s, man.
It's my favorite die.
I can.
I'm Calchus, man.
All right. Right. So Whisper retrieves your horses and your wagon for you guys as you guys spend a little bit of time getting it loaded up. A few travelers walking by in the distance, giving you guys court and cordial greetings. Until eventually you guys are good and ready to go.
I make a small show of depositing the 15 javelins we picked up off the White Orchid bunch into said wagon so that everybody knows where they're at in case we need to throw them at people.
Smart.
How heavy are they?
They're javelins.
Yeah, that doesn't answer my
Oh
question.
no.
It's a stick.
I will open up the. I'll actually open up.
Less than more or less than 5 pounds.
Less. Way less.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's less.
Two pounds.
Javelin is 2 pounds.
They are 2 each.
Yeah, there we go.
Mage hand.
All right, so you mage hand them.
If it comes to the point where they're expecting me to throw something, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, you guys get the carriage is all loaded up. You guys get your horses hooked up. Actually, I will only require a vehicle check from Triznag as you get everything set up correctly.
Oh, sorry, you cut out. You need what?
Just a vehicle check from you, just to make sure you get everything set up correctly.
Okay. Got it. Dexterity.
Yep, dexterity.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That is wonderful. So Triznag, like a pro, you get everything set up just like you did last time, and get this caravan moving on the road. Mile and Dreg are just sitting in the back of the carriage along with Edrigan. As a matter of fact, I just want everyone to tell me how are you positioning yourself inside the carriage. This is somewhat important.
I'm not. I am upon my butt stallion.
Oh boy! All right.
So how many wagons are there?
You have the one wagon with the dragon skull in it. You have the actual carriage that you guys purchased, which you're dragging the wagon behind on. Creed has his horse. Triznag has his horse. Keep in mind the carriage came from when Creed went to the city and bought his.
Sure. Yeah.
So Creed has his horse. Xanther has his horse. Triznag has the horse he's riding, pulling the carriage and wagon with.
Wait. So I thought it was a caravan. So the kobolds don't have their own.
No, they've walked everywhere on foot actually.
Oh. So where were the javelins stored? Are they on the dragon?
I think
wagon?
they're on the wagon. Yeah, dragon wagon.
Oh god.
Edrican is going to be on the dragon wagon.
All right. Mile and Dreg are actually going to be inside the carriage. Creed.
Carriage.
All right, inside the carriage, and then I know that. So I'm just saying you're going to have a 2-horse-drawn carriage, then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Triznag's obviously in the driver's seat with his new goggles on.
If it makes you feel any better, me rolling actual D4s is much more abysmal luck.
I was wondering what that was.
Meanwhile, Xanther is riding to the side of the the small caravan you guys have set up here on Butt Stallion. Creed, do you want to say anything to Mile or Dreg while you guys are riding, or are you just going to choose to ride in silence?
I mean, Dreg's silent.
Yeah, Dreg is silent. Man doesn't talk. Well, Kobold there doesn't talk too much.
One day we're gonna look in his mouth and find out that he has his tongue cut out.
No, he's
He said things.
Oh, has he?
He does like the whole one-word sentence sort of things. While we're going, once we're out of sight from the town, what's his name? Edrigan is gonna create 3 skeletons.
All right, perfect. And they're in the carriage.
In the carriage.
Okay. So you have the company of Creed. Creed, you have the company of three skeletons now.
No, in the dragon wagon.
Oh, on the.
But you said carriage.
He's
It's
on
okay.
Well,
the
he asked
dragon.
he asked in the carriage. I'm like,
No, I meant, are you putting them in the carriage? But that's fair.
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the dragon wagon. On the
Okay.
dragon wagon.
Where the
Okay.
javelins are, so they can be the javelin throwers.
Ooh,
That's smart.
I like-
That's actually
I
pretty
like
smart.
that. Cool.
Okay. You guys travel along. It is about mid-afternoon when you guys set off. So sadly,
Wait,
not.
I do want to ask Miles, is like, so I know it's escort,
Mm-hmm.
but what exactly are we escort? Is it just to protect you, or is there something else?
Shit, I forgot about the orc slaves. Ah, I'm a dummy. But I did have.
Yeah.
Because I need to clarify this. She pulls out a. No. Just you'll enjoy this. She pulls out a small cube and she's like, "This."
That is?
A small storage device where I am storing the orc slaves.
Storing the what?
A small
You broke
storage device where I am storing the orc slaves.
Oh,
It puts
weird.
It puts them into a temporary point. She looks at you, thinks about it for a moment. I'm about to waste words. Puts it back.
Damn.
It's like a bag of holding.
Boy, no.
Yeah. What?
Concern meme.
You know what? For the purposes of this, yes, it is a bag. It's a bag of holding.
Yeah, they're in the cube, so it's not a big ass fucking cage caravan. It's much safer, much more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how you get that kind of tech.
When Edrigan is done casting the spell, he's gonna try and get into the carriage while it's moving.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
I knew you'd do that to me.
Then why did you say it?
Because this is a game of fun and excitement, and I might actually do something. No, I don't.
Nah.
So
I mean, we're going slow and all.
Yeah,
but-
you guys are going slow, but Edrigan tries to essentially a slight bit of a hop maneuver to get onto the to hop from the dragon wagon to the carriage. Trips on the little bit of connecting the latch that connects the two, and falls onto the ground.
Do we run over him?
Can I roll anything to stop it in time?
Roll me a vehicle check. DC is 10.
Alright.
You do feel a bump.
No, you managed to stop at the moment you hear him kind of just miss the jump. You just
Damn
it! Yeah, you hear it, damn it, and you stop.
I would prefer not to run you over, teacher. Get in the carriage.
He gets in the carriage.
Okay, no acrobatics check this time. Alright. Whoa! What was
Whoa,
that?
What was
Is
that?
that thunder?
Sounded like thunder.
And it starts raining, guys.
Okay.
No, we've already had that happen today. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah,
Rainfall of 2
'cause
minutes.
there's hurricanes in Izzyville.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
So we had words about what God was about to do to us.
Well, I'm glad that we weren't in a little cube like that. That would have made things more difficult.
Well, the cube is more just because, 1, they're orcs, 2, I don't want them trying to get away, 3...
What cube?
Oh, she pulls out the cube. Someone who I can actually have a conversation. She stops herself from finishing this. This is a hyperdimensional storage cube. It's an advanced magical item. It works very similar to a portable hull. More accurately to describe it, it's a portable hull with a stasis function inside. You can place a number of bodies inside of it, and they'll be placed into a stasis state for 3 days. Now, you do have the exact 3 days in order to do it. That's the way the magic preserves them. After 3 days, we'll have some dead orcs.
How much?
For the object?
I want one.
Yeah, that actually would be useful to you. My master said that this is worth 50,000 gold, I think.
Ah! Why would he put prices on things? He's a dragon.
That's exactly why he puts prices on things. He knows the exact price of every object within his hoard. Hell, there's a price that he... She kind of... He's equated...
How much do you cost then?
Oh my god, I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it.
I'm worth more than the cube. Let's just put it that way.
Well,
Neat.
aren't you special?
Well, I am his teacher at his college, so yes.
Speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
we had an arrangement, and then I realized I don't actually know what you know and don't know. So here is a scroll.
I see. She looks at the... She unravels the scroll. I do know this one. It's okay. We had an arrangement, and a deal's a deal. She hands you 2 scrolls.
Take a look at them.
One is a scroll of Fireball. And the other is a scroll of Flaming Sphere.
Did you say flaming sphere?
Yeah, Flaming Sphere. As
So
I
you
said,
like fire, or just what you had on hand?
just what I had on hand. I have a larger collection of spell scrolls back at my domicile. My tower, more accurately. But these are the ones I typically carry with me. I have a few more stored inside of my bag of holding, but I don't want to overwhelm you with spells that I know that you likely would not be able to handle. No offense.
It was another spell that I had planned, but I thought this mission wasn't until another 2 days.
Oh, I apologize then. I was hoping to learn necromantic spell from you, to be completely honest. Necromancy is kind of one of those ones that's hard to get a hand of, mostly because of the white orchid. She says, rolling her eyes.
Yeah, they're kind of a bitch.
Kind of is putting it mildly. I'm not a fan of them for various reasons.
Well, you have a dragon to stop them. Some of us have to work it out on our own.
To be fair, you seem like you've done pretty well on it. You're not dead.
You're welcome.
Yes, Trisnag did tell me that you guys had a brief run-in with them the other day.
Oh no, it's not that one. I came up unscathed yesterday.
He's learning.
Drive!
I am driving. It's boring to not talk while I'm driving, okay? I always did that before. Now I have people.
I told you could hire someone. This is the choice you made.
I'll be talking in there too.
Also, I forgot to ask, with Zai, is it okay if the half-orc is riding your horse alongside with Xanther?
That's okay. I have no qualms with orcs. In fact, I've been trying to figure out my extra language, which I still haven't chosen. I don't want it to be Elvish, even though it's like kind of okay. But Elvish is like super snobby.
So you want to learn Orc then?
But you would be the only one who does Elven, and I think we already have someone who does Orc. In fact, I think it's Kevin. In fact,
Nope.
I think that happened. Didn't? Oh no, you did Undercommon. You're right.
I have Undercommon, Draconic, and Abyssal.
Right now, the only
We have a
person
lot of Draconic.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
I blame the Kobold.
I blame the Kobold.
Also, the only person who speaks Orc currently in your party is the half-orc. Is the half-orc.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I was like tossing up between Dwarven, Undercommon, or Orcish, you know?
All of them are useful, and that's the sad part.
So actually,
Mhm.
So on that subject, Edrigan opens up his spell book to the spell he just wrote, and he was like,
I was going to try and make a scroll of this spell.
She looks at that. Ooh, that's spell I've never seen before. Her eyes seem to almost sparkle as she looks at that. Can I borrow your spellbook and copy this? I'll give you another scroll.
But only that one.
I feel it would be unreasonable for me to copy all the spells from your book.
A bit.
Just that one.
Some of them were hard fought for.
Just that one, then.
When's my turn doing that?
Drive, cleric!
I'm driving! I have not stopped driving!
You know, Trisnag, I know a few drivers in my company. I could hire one of them.
Why didn't you... I just didn't want the... Oh my god!
I told you to hire someone!
Right?
Also, the
And
funny
you're,
part is,
oh no, I want to kill myself!
also the half-orc knew how to pilot land vehicles too.
Yeah, I know she knows.
Yeah.
Trizak knows she knows.
Literally the words that came out of your scaly mouth. I would rather kill myself than someone else if they broke my poor thing.
To be fair, his master's skull is quite amazing. A fully grown adult, a fully grown adult skull of a white dragon is quite the impressive thing to have on you. I'm surprised he hasn't been, killed for it.
For some reason, I thought we were keeping it a secret.
No, they found out when we were talking about... they knew already. Trizak
Okay.
talked to them earlier.
I probably wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it still makes sense that I said thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought we were keeping that a secret from the kobolds.
They found out. It's fine. We don't hate each other and hopefully won't in the future.
True. Also, to be fair, it wasn't really me so much as Dreg. Dreg has a bad habit, she says, looking over at him.
And they all lived koboldly ever after.
Well, that remains to be seen. We all have to not die horribly transporting these slaves, right?
True.
But anyway, yes, I'd rather... my master's skull is my responsibility. I'd rather drive myself. Yeah, you know how it
Understood.
is.
Right, so you're okay with me copying that spell from your spellbook in exchange for another scroll, then?
That you're volunteering to do it is fine. I was concerned about my own ability to copy spell work on a rickety cart on dirt roads.
It's certainly a difficult thing to do, and I wouldn't suggest it myself, personally. However...
So, if you're going to do it, if you're volunteering yourself to do it, be my guest. Here's the book.
Alright. Immediately she reaches into her bag of holding and pulls out another scroll and hands it to you. This time, what's the level of the spell that you just gave her? The Flesh Twist, I believe, is level 1, correct?
Flesh Twist is still level 2. I didn't copy any of the level 3 spells.
Okay, so it's level 2, not level 1. That's what I need to know. Alright, so, in exchange for that level 2 spell, she hands you a scroll of Crown of Madness.
Very good.
She's like, it's one of my favorite spells. Do you ever watch someone kill their compatriots? Well, not in skeleton form.
Not recently.
This spell will do that, she says with a smile.
Should I be concerned?
Yes.
It's like
The wizards are talking spells at each other. Yes, you should have much concern.
she actually turns to Edrigan and she's like, I'm curious, what made you interested in your particular field of magic? If you're willing to divulge such information. Obviously, all us wizards have our own personal reasons for choosing our specific schools.
What is your school?
Evocation.
Oh, I think I already knew that and I forgot. My apologies.
It's fine.
Why? Let's call it a midlife crisis.
Trisnet kind of leans back in the driver's seat and turns one of his ears to overhear this.
Perceptions with advantage.
And that's all I'm going with.
Well, that's fair. If you don't mind me asking, what school of wizardry did you learn from? I know there are quite a few.
You see, Christian,
Oh.
the reason in my background that I wrote School of Magic
That's fair. That's all right.
and
I'm sorry.
House of Wisdom was because I had no idea. I don't even know what town I grew up in. Just
Okay,
big
no,
city.
it's fine. It's fine. We'll ignore it. We'll pretend like that question didn't happen. Instead, she's going to talk some.
No, I mean, you can't. You can. I'm just going to answer with Magic, School of Magic, and you can
Okay.
fill, and we can just
Fill in that blank.
Fill it in.
Yeah, we can fill that blank.
fill in the breaks.
Okay, that's fine. That's actually much better. She's like, oh, okay. Well, she sighs. If you happen to ever find yourself in Dinkelberg, swing by the college. I won't have you sit in on a class, mind you, but if you want to come and observe the library, check out a few of what we have to offer, it might be fruitful.
Your college is in Dinkelberg.
Yes.
For some reason, I had it in my mind that it was a kobold college. I don't know why. I can't imagine enough kobolds intelligent enough to want to go to college.
God, it's a difficult
Or
situation.
else the only class it really has any interest in is how to love a dragon and mineralogy.
Well, there actually is a class on mineralogy, but that class actually serves a different purpose other than just teaching kobolds how to mine more effectively. It also teaches you how to identify the proper minerals for spell components. But I digress from such things. No, we simply have a college there, and it's not exclusive to just kobolds, it's just that the primary attenders of the college are kobolds that Daresh Soul has normally picked to try and better themselves. We also get the occasional half-orc, orc, or cultist that's being employed by Daresh that is also going to attend the college and benefit from my lessons.
I don't know anything about Dinkelberg other than it has a stupid name. Who lives there? Is it a kobold town?
Technically, it's a cultist town. It's one of the primary
What? Cult.
Dragon cult of Daresh Soul.
Oh, duh.
No, don't feel bad. But yes, primarily it's a town of cultists, and a lot of the magical items such that the cult attains usually ends up being there if it doesn't end up in Daresh's hoard. And she gives a little bit of a sigh. Yes, there is a fairly large population of kobolds that also inhabit the town as well. Not really too much else to say about. Really, Dinkelberg is more of a city than a town, if I'm being more honest. But I'd say it's only roughly a slight bit bigger than Duskridge. Mountainous town as well. Most of Daresh Soul's terrain contains mountains. He has he's a red dragon. He can't resist the urge. You can roll me a knowledge arcana on that one. As can everyone else inside the wagon or who is listening. Trisnak certainly don't know. That is a pass.
Please be actually good at my job.
Yeah. Wow, actually, Psy passed as well. Red dragons have a particularly weird taste of where they like to have where they like to habitat. They like to live on the highest mountain peaks possible in order to look out on all their territory. So it makes sense that he would make his domain in the mountainous regions. Likely his den, if anything, is probably on the highest mountain peak within the region. And that's what your knowledge check. That was just what your knowledge check tells you. Also, Zai even knew that. Which
Then, if I remember right, Dinklebug's in the Duresh Highlands. Kerkeep is on the Sol Flatlands. Where are we going?
oh, don't worry. We're not headed out too far. We're only going about as far as. Well, at least for our particular taste, you only need to take us to the edge of where the Soul Flatlands begin. We will we will be driving parallel to the Ridge Rivers. As a matter of fact, more accurately, we'll probably just have to cross the Ridge River at some point, and then when we get to the deep woods, I can pretty much um, magic myself to where I need to be.
As an aside, the map you put in the
Yeah, I know.
resources
It's
is sideways.
yeah, and I tried to fix it many times. It would not let me turn it. If you guys,
Evil.
if one of you guys wants to download that and turn it, or if you want me to give it to you so you can turn it, I would not mind. I apologize for not being able to fix the orientation of it.
I have no idea how you would. I don't know how this thing works.
You right click and you rotate.
I don't know why it did not fix it, because I rotated it and then I tried to save it and then it still saved it sideways like that.
Anyways,
Not sure what was up with that. Right. She's like, so you're probably not going to see anything as far as you're not going to see anything outside of the deep woods where we'll probably split ways. Like I said, I'm not asking you to escort us too far. Just far enough. Honestly, I expected my entire party to be here with us, which would have had to have me escort you a bit farther since I can only teleport. She covers her mouth. Whoops. I can only move so many other people with me. That totally doesn't tell what spell level she is.
Oh, Triznak has no idea. He's still learning. So he just keeps driving.
But I could say that Edrigan could roll me a. Oh no, you're fine, Zai. Don't worry about the thunder.
I'm back. Sorry.
No, it's
go on.
okay. Edrigan could technically roll me a Arcana check. DC is going to be, let's see. I would say 13, maybe. No, it's got to be higher than 13. My bad. I would say DC 15 to identify just how powerful she might be, just on his knowledge of how powerful the teleportation.
Let's see if I can correctly identify circle of teleportation.
Yes. 14. You cannot.
Okay.
And that's
I don't know.
unfortunate.
I don't know what teleportation circle is. How terrible.
Yep. And she's like, right, so you guys are just escorting us close enough for me to transport me and Drag back with the orcs. And then after that, we'll part ways. Maybe I'll see you guys again someday. Likely not.
Edgerkin shrugs.
But at least for now, we're traveling buddies.
Yay!
Speaking of which, nightfall is upon you guys now. You guys have been traveling for half a day so far. Let me just pull out my map for a little bit of reference.
Hey guys, I want to make a disguise during this short time we have rest. What disguise should I make?
Clearly a
Be a
kobold.
kobold.
I like we had the same fucking idea.
But I'll be an extremely tall kobold. Is that okay?
Clearly a dragonborn then.
We're gonna file that under personal problems.
No, but can I?
You can't disguise yourself as a kobold for obvious reasons, but you can disguise yourself. I just need you to roll your disguise kit if you would.
Okay.
His dad was an orc. He's taller.
Alright, let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. Because I had the whole, like, disguise stuff open earlier, and I was like, oh, I should make disguises and shit. Ooh, Alright, this is a pretty big roll if I want to make for fucking Dragonborn, but let's see what I get. Nope,
Nope.
not happening.
Meanwhile, Trisnag just tips his hat.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you cover yourself in red face paint and put on a fake dragon-looking skull.
I don't have to put it on. It's me making it.
Okay, that's more fair and less funny though. Okay.
No, but I do try to put on a skull, like from all the leftover bones. It's like, is this like a dragon skull?
Oh god.
Like I'm testing it on, but it's like doesn't seem to be working, man.
Alrighty. So yeah. Nothing. Nothing. So nothing real interest happens today. But you said Trisnak was going to say something, correct?
Yeah. If he's actually asking that question, Tristan will stop for a second, climb to the back of the carriage, and lift the rug over the skull and just point at it. That is a dragon skull, and then he points at Creed. That is a mess.
I can tell. But that's a really big one.
And then there's just like 3 skeletons that are sitting there hanging out with the
Yep.
dragon skull.
Alrighty.
Just kind of look at each other.
Eventually, nighttime does kind of encroach over you guys. You guys hear the sound of crickets in the background, the occasional wolf howl, and the moon is it's a full moon tonight.
My.
Full moon tonight, and now that you guys are farther away from the city, where there's like the torchlights and stuff, and arcane lights might obscure it. You guys can see there's a nice starlit night tonight, as well. If you want to, you can either continue to push forward deeper into the night until it hits around the midnight area, or you guys can stop and set up camp for the night.
Where are the guards? What does she want to do?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Does she want to push forward?
I can sleep on the carriage just as comfortably as I can in the tent.
Mile thinks about it for a minute. I say we stop for the night. No need to push any harder than we need to. I'm not in a particularly huge rush.
All right, camp it is then.
All right. Who wants to roll a survival check to set up camp?
Trisnak.
I sure don't.
I sure don't.
All right. Who wants to roll me the?
Aid him?
Yes, you can. So you get advantage on this roll.
Okay. Here we go.
That is a super pass. Meanwhile, Dreg is actually going to roll the handle animal. Oh, I just wanted you to roll that. Ooh, that's not good. He unfortunately does not do the greatest job of keeping the horses. They seem to still be kind of stirred up and such. But as he's trying to take care of the horses and such, Trisnak, you perfectly set up the camp as one would expect of you.
Good. One day it'll go horribly wrong.
Yeah, one day it will. You get a campfire set up. You guys clear out a small clearing for you guys, and without real issue, you guys set up a camp. Do you guys want to set up a watch routine?
Yeah, and I'm not part of it.
Yep.
I do believe it's called skeletons that are supposed to fucking make noises. Hopefully they do better this time.
This time, I have a sentry skull, and so I cast. I put a skull in the middle of the camp, and I ritual cast a spell on it, and then I go into my tent.
Perfect. All right. No one needs to keep watch because you have sentry skull set up. I'm just letting you guys.
But they probably don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm keeping watch anyway.
The skeletons are still up, just kind of sit around it.
Actually, Mel will cast. Will try to identify the magic spell you just cast. She will have disadvantage on this roll though, because it's not a spell that she's ever seen before, which may interest her.
That's precisely why she's trying to identify it.
What's the DC for identifying the spell? 8 plus your proficiency plus the spell level, correct?
Yeah.
So DC 11?
It's a second level spell.
Oh. So 12 then.
Yeah.
Okay. She fails to identify it. She just looks at it quizzically as you cast it.
That's weird. I expected better of her, but all right.
She rolled really low on her disadvantage one. Like, she rolled a 2, and she failed by 1 to identify the spell.
Oof.
Actually, now I'm curious.
Keep in mind, she does have that nickname that no one's addressed to her. Probably not the worst idea to have not addressed that nickname.
I got better things to do.
Yep.
Unless she gives me a reason to be mad. But she gave me spells, so I'm fine.
Okie doke, okily dokily, guys. So you have the Sentry Skull set up. Since Edrigan didn't tell anyone what his spell does, what's the watch order?
I'm not part of it.
Yep. Creed, Triznag, and Dreg. Dreg will volunteer. Mile is not standing watch. She very vehemently says, "It's not my job."
Okay.
Can I roll some? Okay, I shouldn't say roll. Can I use my huge lizard brain to realize, oh, that's the spell from the church because he put a skull down?
As a matter of fact, you can roll an Arcana with advantage.
Oh, you cut out there at the end. Arcana with a what?
Arcana with advantage.
Okay.
Because he's already talked to you about the spell in the past. That is a pass. You recognize that he's cast the Sentry Skull spell he's told you about before.
We don't need to set up watch. It's like an alarm spell.
Oh, that's cool. Dreg, seeming to not trust it, shakes his head no as he climbs up to the top of a tree.
I'm with the Dreg on this one. And last time we had skeletons watching the camp, we got fucking mauled. So let me see how this one works this time. And if it's okay, I'll trust it next time.
Well, I trust my teacher enough, so I'm going to sleep.
Good night.
I want you all to also to subtract 1 ration from your inventory now.
Food.
Oof, my rations.
My rations.
Oh, my rations.
So, aside from casting the identify spell, in the player's handbook, I don't see any rules about identifying a spell as it's being cast.
Really? So they got rid of that? Let me check on the Arcana.
There must be some.
Yeah, that would be. So...
I'm not
No,
seeing
no.
anything when I search the word identify. So if it's called something else, like in the actions category,
Oh, no, I'm just...
like there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing near
Arcana.
spells. There's nothing in
Arcana.
It's from Xanathar's Guard. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Your intelligence.
What's it say?
If they perceive the casting, they can make intelligence Arcana with the reaction or action.
Okay.
But
What's the DC though?
doesn't say.
Great.
DC would be the spell level essentially. As far as I'm concerned, it'd be like the same as the DC for the spell.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is it's either no, because then the DC would be 2. So if it was like 8 plus, or that's what I'm wondering is if it's a straight up based on the spell level of the spell, or is it based off of the DC is based off of my spellcasting ability?
I would personally say it would be based off your spellcasting ability.
Because then it would be 14.
Yeah, and that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So yeah, it would be 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the spell level, because that's the way it should be. All right, those aside, Creed, roll me your perception check.
Okay. Ow.
Somebody hurt themselves and getting themselves a boo boo.
Yep. Hold on. Perception is over here. Boopity boop.
Lovely night.
Proficiency.
That is a lovely night sky you see.
Yep,
Birds,
Bernie.
the night birds are singing, crickets are chirping. You see an occasional bat fly by, but nothing really interesting happens, and eventually you end up even falling asleep in your little perch.
That was enough.
It's an interesting thing. Night passes, nothing goes wrong. New day starts. You guys wake up bright and early, as I expect you would.
Okay.
What is the first thing
Ed-
that everyone does in the morning?
Edrigan recast to maintain control of his skeletons, and then he.
Your D4.
Oh yeah, I got to do that too.
Yup.
Thank you. Thank you. Go over here. Have I done anything since? I sure have. Okay. Get rid of that. Slash roll 1d4.
3. Like I said, you have good luck with the D4.
So expend 1 to maintain control, and then expend 1 to create 1 more skeleton.
Alright. That is perfect to me. Alright. You guys continue on
And
your
then
travel?
and I stick the skull back in the bag.
I need someone to roll me. Actually, everyone can just roll me a survival check.
A what check?
A survival check.
Survival.
Yeah, everyone can roll this one.
Can I just aid somebody?
I mean, yeah, you can, but like everyone could just make a survival check because the DC is not hard for this.
Well,
Right.
he wants to give somebody advantage.
Okay. Just with those ones, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. You guys look up at the sky and you notice that the clouds are pretty gray today, and it's really cloudy, and the atmosphere is a bit humid and heavy. It's going to rain today, probably heavily.
Then I'm going to sit in the cart today, or in the carriage.
Alrighty. Sure enough, around as you guys are traveling around late morning, it begins to become a heavy downpour. Trisnag, you are currently driving the horse, and Xanther, you are currently riding on Buttstein.
Yep.
How do you guys handle the rain?
How's the road?
A little muddy, so actually I will need a vehicle check with disadvantage.
Okay. You said, sorry, I didn't hear the last part. Was it advantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll do a better job of speaking into my mic.
No, it's mostly, I think it's just connection. So here we go.
Wow, that's still a pass.
Not bad.
Alright, the roads are a bit slick and slippery, but you managed to maintain proper control of the vehicle and your and the horse. Meanwhile, Xanther, I need you to roll me a handle animal.
Need me to do what?
I need you to roll me a handle animal with disadvantage.
But
And I need Tosley to do the same. Where is it? Yeah. Disadvantage.
Oh boy.
oh boy.
The half-orc maintains perfect control of her horse. This isn't her first rodeo, and she seems to be very adept at handling a horse through the mud. However, Butt Stallion seems to be having some problems as she keeps on getting stuck in the mud every once in a while, and is really slowing down the speed of the cart, as Xanther has to continue to corral her to keep moving instead of stopping.
If I have to, I will tie you to the ass end of this thing. Come on. Come on.
Unfortunately, this slows your pace by about half. Sorry, guys. It's how it goes. Until you reaches about midnight again, the rain becomes a little less heavy. I would like some perception checks from everybody with disadvantage.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, no disadvantage for Creed though.
Yes, because I was like, "Are you sure about that?"
I remember that
Okay.
you can't have disadvantage on perceptions like this because of your alert feat.
Yep.
He is always aware.
That's a
15's
fail and a
okay.
fail, and that's a pass for you. Mile fails because she's not paying attention. Drag doesn't fail because he already knows about this.
What are we rolling?
Perception with disadvantage because of the rain.
Perception. With disadvantage.
Okay, that's a fail. So,
Oh, that 19.
Zai, I'm sorry. What Creed sees in the distance is what looks like the dilapidated remains of some sort of castle. No one else seems to notice this, as it's, kind of covered by partially by the forest and dimly obscured by the low light and the rainfall. You seem to be the only one who noticed this, along with, Dreg, who seems to be looking in the same direction as you, staring at the castle.
Attention, boys and ladies.
Ladies.
There's a castle over there. Ladies?
The
Oh
orc.
yeah, but she's outside. Not sure
Um,
she can hear me through the rain.
you are pretty much correct. Yeah, you'd have to speak a little louder for her to hear you.
Yeah.
Mile.
Okay.
Oh, you mean Castle Black Skull?
Is it meant to be all ruined like that?
Oh, it's been ruined like that for a long, 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 long time.
Does it have a roof?
I mean, some parts of it do.
Who calls a castle Dark Skull? Black Skull.
Just an old. She sighs. You can roll me a history check.
That's fixing to ask.
Yeah.
It's all in alphabetical order and everything, and I don't know why I can't find it.
All right, that is a fail. Everyone else can roll me a.
But I found something the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the Sage background. Would you like to know what my background lets me do?
Sure.
If I fail any knowledge check, I don't know the thing, but I know where to find information on the thing.
Good.
I don't have the answer, but I know what does.
The library.
In this particular case, you're almost certain you could find information about this in either the library in Duskridge. Mile mentioned the library in Dinkelberg, and she seems to know something about this too. So
Right.
she probably can tell you. Tristan.
Oh no!
Not a damn thing. You're from the Southlands. You don't know a damn
Damn it.
thing.
I have proficiency in history and I suck.
Failure.
I also have history and I also have God.
I know what you're trying to say. You're fine.
In history.
Creed and Xanther, you guys get to make rolls on this too.
Doesn't look like Xanther did. Oh no!
I am not surprised. Like I said, he used to have a -1.
Surprisingly, you guys don't know anything about this. As a matter of fact, it's just a goofy name to you. As Miles says, you guys have never heard of. You never heard of the Dark King.
Enlighten us.
Should that be another history check, or is this all part of it?
You can roll me a history check with advantage this time. Because you would have at least heard something about him, even if it was just like a bedtime story when you were a kid.
You would think, but we're gonna find out.
Oh no!
Edgergan, yes. Trisnak, still no.
Idiot. Kobold.
He's gonna be quiet until someone who does know speaks up, so he doesn't have to make a fool of
Creed has
himself.
heard it, and Xanther has not. Xanther, what the fuck is
I don't
this?
listen to silly little stories like that. Whatever.
Edgergan, briefly in some of your readings on necromancy, you've heard of him before. The Dark King was a powerful necromancer that used to rule over the Northlands until one day he just up and vanished. Creed.
Not killed, just vanished.
Yeah, he just vanished. Creed, pretty much the same thing that he knows, except you've heard more detailed stories about the terror he used to instill. He used to essentially rule the Northlands with an iron fist of fear and a army of not even a skeletal army, but an army of super empowered necromantic minions.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard of the Dark King.
She nods. She's like, that's essentially where his castle used to be. So, to answer your question, Creed, it has a roof, but we're not stopping there.
Fair enough.
Think it's a stupid name for a castle.
It is, but it's from a different time, mind you.
Maybe it sounds better in whatever language it originated from.
Originally, it's supposed to be in Infernal, but I wouldn't know the name in Infernal. I'm pretty sure you could find it in a library book in Dinkelberg, or maybe even in Duskridge.
Edrigan just translates it to Infernal. It says, well, it's that word. It's like, it doesn't really sound that better.
It doesn't sound better, but then you imagine that's probably not what that's probably not what they call it in Infernal. As you would know, you being a smart boy.
The joke is just the casual speaking in Infernal.
Yes. In your particular case, you would know that it probably had a much better name in Infernal, and but that whoever translated probably did a very shit job of it.
I'm gonna find out what its original name was.
Write that on your task of thing to do.
Okay.
All right, as Mom says, Daresh has told me a little bit about him because he apparently met him in person once, back when my master was but a wormling himself. Said he was a pretty cool guy to work with. My words, not his. He had a lot more detailed words to say.
I was going to say, that sounds awfully casual.
She sighs. She's like, they worked together for a short while. He taught my master a few things that my master has taken with him. And yes, I know, the idea of a red dragon learning something from a human seems astronomically wild, but Master's
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking red dragons I don't particularly associate with necromancy.
Or working with people.
Oh, besides that.
She nods. She's like, my master has a wide variety of interests. I'm not really privy to everything. Magic does seem to be a prevalent interest of his, though.
Did start off at school for it.
You gotta weed out the dumplings from the not dumplings. From the minors.
Exactly. Not every kobold is going to be as astute as picking up magic as I was.
How fast did you learn it anyway?
Oh, I started learning magic when I was around 12. I had a very...
Voraciously, from what I heard.
You've got... Just a quick question. Who told you the nickname? Because I made very certain that I didn't say it.
Who did tell me?
That was Tile Calm. The catfish strider.
Yeah. He just kind of waves his hand like some fish.
Tile Calm.
Be right back.
She said,
Yes!
She's like, rolls her eyes. She's like, that fish needs to learn how to keep his mouth flap shut.
I feel like his profession requires he doesn't.
True, but at least he'd be better off not letting that information slip from his lips without getting paid.
Now that I've brought it up...
Well, hang on, my question still needs to be answered.
Oh, fine.
I was wondering how long it took. You said 12 when you started, and then...
I had a fairly good mastery of wizardry by the time I'd reached the age of 20. My past 22 years has simply been spent acquiring more magical knowledge and increasing my mastery of the evocation school.
Okay. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Dragon, continue and all that.
I'm just pointing out. Sorry to interrupt when you interrupted me.
Well, yeah, come on. He doesn't want to piss his teacher off.
Was there any literal spell eating, or is it just, oh, I like spells and I'm going to learn a lot of them really fast?
I mean, I do have a spell in my repertoire that allows me to, well... I know it seems odd to say eat a spell, but that's essentially what it does do. It's an odd spell. Maybe one day I might show it to you. I digress, though. The majority of how I achieved that nickname is simply because I was, in my younger days, very willing to do a lot of things in order to get magic. Especially new spells. I've chilled out a lot.
What does a spell taste like?
Depends.
Sorry.
Necromancy is very bitter.
I'm pretty sure it's like eating raw sewage.
Something like that.
Oh, come on. I had to ask that question.
Well, I can tell you what eating a fireball tastes like.
Oh.
What does eating a fireball taste like?
Spicy and hot. I feel though if it's cast by someone who's very weak, it's very mild. But yes.
Interesting.
It's a little interesting.
Well, yes. Maybe less for others. I don't know. I was curious.
Right. That being said, she says, clearly thinking about something else. I've done a lot of things to earn that nickname now that I think about it.
I don't want to know.
No. I'm not like that. That's gross.
He keeps doing that.
I hang out with Santa.
I'm sorry.
Fair. That's fair.
Somebody called.
No!
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
The ride never ends.
But now that I think about it, I'm not really well liked among a lot of wizard colleges. That's an entirely different set of circumstances, though. Meanwhile, I would like another perception check. This time with no disadvantage from Xanther.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy No Disadvantage Pants.
I'm not stuck in the carriage talking to everybody.
Oh, that's a pass. In the distance, you see something. That catches your eye. Something that looks somewhat similar to a shrine made out of stone in an odd sort of arrangement.
Ooh. Are we gonna pass right by it?
Yep, you are coming close to passing right by it.
Ooh.
Would you like
Looky, everybody.
Would you like to stop and examine it?
I would once we get nice and close.
All right, you guys are definitely within reaching distance of it now. So, so far you are the only one who spotted it, though.
Yeah, but he told us about it, so we can look at it.
I look upon it. I examine it.
It is a shrine of strange design and build. Nothing about it follows what your standard. As a matter of fact, I could ask you to roll me a religion check if you would, with disadvantage. Sorry, but yeah.
go. Aww.
Oh man, I'm sad because the other side. Even with that knowledge check, you know that this is not really how your typical shrine is designed. At least any shrine that you've ever been to. Also,
Trisnag, hold on.
Huh?
Halt.
Okay. What's up?
Oh, I need to talk to Edgergun for a second.
What?
Hey. What's that?
What's
I'm
what?
sorry, I forgot I had this the entire time.
Points at shrine.
Looks at shrine.
Roll me a knowledge religion. Or just a religion, really.
Religion, you say? Why am I struggling with this? There, and then we go to religion, and we click that, and we click that,
And Shabam.
and I fail.
You sure do. I'm sorry.
But I know where to find out about it.
Yep, definitely one of these things you could probably look up in Dusk Ridge. Any library might have this.
Off the top of my head, not sure. I'll be able to look up, but I can mark it on my map and look it up when I get back to town.
Anybody else have any idea what the hell this thing is?
Trisnag, you can roll me a knowledge religion.
Okay, that worked anyways. No.
Okay, let's try.
He's actually good at the religion.
No, he's
No!
not.
Nope.
I would like to. I would like to.
secret UA. I don't
You're
even
not
have
good at
that
your
as. I don't even have that as proficiency.
But you're a cleric.
Yeah, I got to select 2 skills. I did not pick that one.
Zai, you can
Idiot.
roll me a religion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? You try to kick me in the nuts.
I sure am.
Hey, he made the paladin to go with disadvantage.
Yep,
Well.
that is definitely a fail. There's nothing that you can determine about this shrine other than that it is weird. It is not built how a standard shrine should be built. I would like a perception check with disadvantage from... Actually, no disadvantage. Just roll me perception checks, everybody.
Holy shit!
Oh!
You're good, because I rolled a 6.
I rolled a
I rolled a 3.
Okay, yeah, that's a pass by Trisnag and Creed, and Dreg passed his as well. In the distance, about 15 feet away from where this shrine is, you see there's a body lying on the ground. A strange...
Ooh, dead body.
Yep. A strange, non-humanoid body.
Something's dead over there.
Wait, what? Did
Over
we do
there.
it?
No.
Oh.
I go over and look at it.
Okay. Let me get to the proper section. Gotta scroll down a little bit. I'm pretty... Yeah, it is in this one. That's not what that one is. This one is the... There we go. Yeah, it's missing off. Okay, the body is strange and insectoid looking. It's covered in purple. It's covered in purple chitin.
So chitin.
Chitin. It's all the same shit to me. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's covered in purple chitin. It's got in its pincer-like hands a triton. I can get a knowledge religion. DC will be 15 to identify what this creature is. No disadvantage this time.
God damn it!
Ah!
Haha! Trisnag! Xanther, no! Creed?
I shouldn't have burned down the
Oh my
library.
God! Creed,
Mm-hmm.
you recognize this because sometimes on assassination contracts, you remember in your early days that you would employ contracts with creatures like this to other members of your organization would employ contracts with creatures like this to aid in assassination attempts. Triznag, you remember once one of these creatures broke in trying to kill your master one day, which he quickly smashed it into like little bits when it snuck into his lair. But you do remember it, and you remember your master, and Zai, you remember they're being called. These are Mesoloths. These are a form of Yugoloth creature, essentially the neutral evil denizens of it's not the abyssal plane. I gotta remember where it is. It's Gehenna. The neutral evil denizens of Gehenna. They're somewhat similar to devils in that they often form contracts with people, but it's more accurate to think of these guys as the mercenaries of the spectrum. For the right
How
price,
sneaky are they?
they are very sneaky and they are very skilled in combat.
Ooh.
And he's dead.
This one is dead. You're not sure by what means it has died. You can roll me a heal check with disadvantage if you want to figure out how it died. But I'm assuming you can put 2 and 2 together here to figure out what happened. Unless you want me to make you roll intelligence checks for it.
Oh!
No!
No idea.
No idea.
Well, I know what this is, but the only time I've seen one killed, it was smashed to bits, so I'm not quite sure what the anatomy is.
That's a fail on Creed as well. Damn, it's sad because both of you are not too bad at medicine, it seems.
I'm not too bad at medicine.
You're
But
unsure of
whatever.
the cause of death of this creature here, but you can assume by the fact that you've seen this that this shrine that you guys have passed by is likely a shrine to Gehenna or a Yugoloth shrine.
Huh. I've seen these ones before. They're usually in some desperate times, hired to help with my kind of job.
Yes, they're very sneaky. One tried to kill my master. Didn't go well for it.
Opposite on my end. The last time I saw one, he did really well.
Zai, another thing I'm gonna have to say is that you notice that the red handprint that you have on you is starting to burn a little bit.
The hell? I inspected its body further.
Inspecting the body further, you don't find anything other than the Triton, which you can take the Triton if you want. You can also harvest this creature's body if you want as well.
I do. I do want to check what's on it and take the trident.
Alright, you can have the Triton. The Triton is just a regular Triton. However, the other thing I need you to do is roll me a survival check to harvest the body.
Okay. Survival.
DC's 15.
I'm gonna ask Triznag for some help. Hey Triznag, I need a bit of help checking out the body. Can you help me out here?
Okay, what kind of checking out?
I'm just asking for aid.
Is anyone inspecting the shrine while these two are inspecting the body?
Sure. Detecto Magic Conum.
Okay. Your detect magic is telling you that's pass on the survival check. Your detect magic is telling you there's no magical presence in this area, surprisingly. However, inside the shrine, you notice that there is a bag of coins that contains 50 gold pieces and a ruby in it. Are you going to take it?
I smell something.
Edrigan gives the old Spock eyebrow.
But yeah, what do we find on the body though?
Yeah, Triton will help.
Nothing else is found in the body except for the Triton. However, you do manage to take some of the chitin from this thing. Maybe if you can find a good enough armor smith or something, they might be able to make a decent bit of armor or something out of this.
Okay, I'm gonna write. How do you spell the name of the thing?
This is a Mesoloth, Mezzololoth, and this is Mesoloth chitin, and you have 10 pounds of it.
Got it. Okay. I will investigate the shrine closer and check the mark on my hand, see how it reacts.
Um, the hand mark that you have on you is just kind of slightly warm. It's not burning. It's just slightly warm.
Okay, I'm playing hot and cold. Point to Mezaloth.
So what?
He's
I'm
playing
playing
hot and
hot-
cold.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing hot and cold right now.
It's actually not when you get close to the Mezzalot that it gets warmed up. It's when you get close to the shrine.
Broke off.
Oh, sorry. It's not when you get close to the Mezzaloth that it gets warm like that. It's when you get close to the shrine that it gets warm like that.
I get closer to the shrine.
It goes from being warm to just being really warm. It almost and anyone can roll me a perception check with advantage looking at Creed.
Okay.
I should have put that on loop. Okay. Okay. Pass and pass. Edrigan, did you want to roll me the perception with advantage?
Sure, but only because you gave me advantage.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. You all pass. You can see that underneath Creed's armor, it's where you see the slight imprint of a hand glowing a dull red.
The fuck is that?
Creed, would you like to explain?
Do you have a horrible curse in your family you need to tell us about?
What a terrible night for a curse.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I know about that creature, and I can make assumptions about what that is. These things obviously are hired to kill people, or dragons in my case, and you're burning or warm or whatever it is, you're glowing there. This has something to do with what hired that, or it was hired using that, I'm guessing.
Oh, does that mean this is its blood money?
Can I put gold in a shrine and get you to kill someone?
Maybe. If it's a dead drop, definitely.
Pretty sure we just give him the money.
I'll keep that in mind. I've got 4 people I need dead.
At this point, Dreg comes out of the cart, sees the shrine. You see him walk up to it and give a bow as he leaves 10 gold at the shrine.
I quickly, stop Dreg. Dreg. As I show the slight dull glowing. Explain?
Wait, even you don't know what's going on with your hand?
Dreg looks at you confused, as if to, and then quietly he says, "You don't know?"
I shake my head.
You wear the red glove, but you don't know about the master.
I know there's a boss.
He face palms.
Creed, are you really bad at your job?
No, actually, he's really good
at my
it.
job, but I am not good.
Keeping in mind, the circumstances in which we met.
How far?
I mean, when you think about it, he kills people, and if he's caught, then if he really doesn't know anything, isn't that the best way to not give information?
Dreg quietly says, "How far the hand has fallen from its source," as he gets up from his bow and returns back to the carriage.
Aw, you're not friends with the kobold anymore. How terrible.
He goes back to the carriage.
You can be friends with someone who thinks less of you. I mean, just look at us. You probably hate my guts. But you're gonna
we were
teach...
friends.
Right. Exactly what I'm talking about right there, see?
Just continues walking to the carriage.
Zai, for a brief moment, Creed almost kind of spaces out as the visage of a person dressed in a very large cloak, heavy armor, with glowing red eyes flashes into your mind. But then immediately it goes away.
Oh, okay. Was it doing anything? Was it trying to reach out for me, or was it just flash?
It was just staring at you.
It's like, bitch, give me my money.
I, I, I give the shrine 10 gold.
All right. The glowing handprint stops glowing and it stops being warm.
An irritation. All right. Okay. I'll have to
Are you
remember
all
that.
there, Creed?
The sauce. Never mind. Let's go.
Right.
All right. Um, you guys continue along your journey until you guys at last reach a tavern. You actually see a tavern in the middle of nowhere, is more accurately how to put it. And I think this is actually the best place for us to stop right here because we're getting into 4 hours. And I want to stop before it's 4 hours. Everyone okay with that? Or do you guys want to press on to 4 hours?
No, I'm good, personally.
Okay. I will go ahead and stop the recording here then. Good night, everybody.